Welcome to Dungeons & Dragons week 12. We skipped a week because we're on week 11, but we had a really shitty recording last time. But now we're all up to 8.
My bad.
Well, it was a lot of bad. It was just bad.
It was.
Bad. We got people
I think
asleep.
It was mainly my bad.
Had some yes, things
Some of
happen.
us did fall asleep.
Some of us fell asleep. Yeah. But a lot happened. I did consider us redoing the adventure because I figured you spent an hour in a shop picking up supplies and then started chugging from a giant bottle. What was that? Danielle.
That is Atlas cider.
Okay. No, it's delicious. And then you traveled on the road, but then I recalled that you actually had an encounter with a former elf, now elf ghost. You debated and asked her a question that she answered. Your companion Taz got a silver comb from her, and then you set out on your way towards the town of Tribor, which is a day's now from where you stand is a day away, and you have a companion with you of one Joshua Vishen, who is a blind servant of Narblenifus Homunculus Sparklebottom, a former adversary, or maybe even current adversary, of Sheree, our resident half-orc fighter, played by Miss Danielle. And you have been joined by a ranger, who's also a companion of Sheree. It is Seamus, the human ranger, played by Nick Murphy. And
A.K.A. Redbeard.
A.K.A. Redbeard. And you've had, you made your first camp and had several orcs barreled down upon you from a mountainside. So a lot of shit went down to their demise. And some people hid behind some rocks. Some people ran right towards them. But a lot of shit went down. So, picking up where we left off, we're now here. Welcome, everybody. How's your weekend? What's going on?
Yours?
Anything happen? Good. Have our resident cleric. And we also, that I didn't introduce, our resident cleric. Oh! And we also have our super awesome warlock, played by the champion, Nick, Infinite #1, Leech.
That's me.
You have to have something happen to you today, this very instant. So...
Oh, right, because I have like my soul missing or something like that.
You do not have a soul. You are soulless.
Sorry
You're
to jump in. You might want to throw a pitch out for the Roll20 Con.
Oh my gosh, yes, please, if you do watch this next weekend, we are going to be featuring a special event. We will be running an adventure. It's going to be a one-off from Wizard of the Coast, Tales of the Yawning Portal. It is the Lost Shrine of Tomoakan. It will be ran by our resident wizard, Mr. Tazanak Regranin, a.k.a. Taz, a.k.a. Kyle McCann, who will be the DM for the very, very first time. So anyone in this party of sociopaths, if you want to make a new character just for this adventure next weekend, you're more than welcome to. I've made a barbarian. I know Mr. Eric the Cleric. Eric the Cleric. I'm loving this.
No, it's not a cleric. No, I had fun with this one.
Paladin? I'm guessing.
No. I love my life. I hope you like the video games.
He won't tell me what it is. But
it is a
he
fighter.
says it's fun. It's a fighter.
He made a witcher.
So we got a barbarian and a fighter. So Danielle, Nick Murphy, Nick Leach, if you guys want to make new characters just for that adventure next weekend,
no spoilers,
might not need one.
Debuff poison.
But the charity that we will be working towards is works as an international charity that creates awareness for cyberbullying. Pretty good cause. I'm going to get behind it. I think it's a good thing.
So listen
Yeah.
to this. Listen to this. Okay, listen.
So
Somebody's watching Donald Trump.
it's bigly. It's the biggest number.
We are going to have the bigliest turnout for Roll20
It's the
Con.
bigliest turnout. You don't even know the number. But we do still have a couple of spots open on Roll20. So if you're on Roll20, you want to get on Roll20 and join us for that game, you're absolutely welcome to. Look for Manifest Nerdery. We're running the Lost Shrine of Temoakan during the Roll20 Con 2017, 4 p.m., June 24th and 25th. Come hang out with us. It'll be fun.
Look forward to shenanigans and mayhem. No murdering of barmaids.
No barmaids murdered, but several bars burnt down.
Yes.
I feel like that's a Death Clock song.
Right?
Barmaid murder.
Some coffee.
Brutal.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
It's brutal. But yeah, all of it is in support of Cyber Smile, the international nonprofit supporting victims of cyberbullying. Good stuff. So,
Let's go and do it.
to move forward, ever onward,
Stop
you
it,
guys
Nicholas.
have shit to recover. Nicholas, you have new dice. Roll a D5 twice.
All right, let me get this thing open.
D10 twice. I'm sorry.
That makes more geometric sense.
Let's see.
What would the D5? You just roll a D10 and divide it by 2 and round up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, that's exactly what you would do.
That is what you
This
do.
guy is the D10, right?
Yes. Actually, do you have two D10s? One would say like 80, 40, 20, 90, and the other one would say 0, 2, 8, 4. Roll them both at the same time. And tell me what you get.
Guessing 26.
30 and 1.
You got 31. So, no, you had that last time. Roll it again.
32.
Higher than 40 or lower than 31. Keep rolling.
81.
81. Nicholas, your half demon, tiefling, warlock for the next 24 hours is afraid of not being in direct sunlight.
Really?
So that is your
That's a thing.
that is your role playing.
All right.
So he's like reverse ginger at
There's
this
the
point.
lunking for me.
He's like reverse ginger. He's like think reverse vampire.
Yeah.
And you don't have a soul, so you can sort of jump
It's
in
even worse.
in that skin. Like, fuck, this burns, but I'm scared. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys, what do you want to do?
My life.
Where
that's
are we?
So you're still in your camp. Figure you've probably rested at this point. The previous evening, you were attacked by a few orcs. I think somebody grabbed a battle axe that was far too large for them. I think that was Eric the cleric.
No, I think Danny was looking at looting, but they weigh too much and they're not usable. So
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So figure you're breaking camp. You have a day's travel. Probably use some rations, but you've recovered all of your. Figure you probably got a solid 8 of rest.
Cool.
So you've recovered hit points, hit dice, spell slots, and you should be ready to ramble.
Yeah. I say we settle out.
So
Okay.
Seamus can forage for some rations while we're breaking down camp.
Yes, do so. Please roll a d20.
I got a 6.
Add your modifier
Plus
to it.
3. Right? Dexterity or wisdom?
Wisdom.
Right?
Survival,
Yep.
yeah.
So 8.
Ooh, 8. No dice. Not to throw a punt out there.
I've got 10 days worth of rations on me.
Plus.
Yes.
So
Congratulations.
So burn one of those. Oh, man, somebody had some fun with the gifts this evening, huh? Jesus
so
Christ.
each person requires
1
well,
pound of food and 1 gallon of water per day. Yes.
Yeah, I might want to
It
do some
says-
foraging too.
Oh,
It
you're
says-
welcome to.
18.
You find food. What is your wisdom modifier?
My wisdom modifier, let me flip back to that page, is wisdom 2. So 20.
You find 5 pounds of food. So figure you go through the woods and you find several berries, maybe some wild potatoes, things of that nature. Mushrooms, several mushrooms. You see several cow droppings next to the mushrooms.
I kill a cow and... no.
Cow droppings. Cow
Oh,
droppings.
okay,
No
gotcha.
cow. But yeah, no, you find a solid 5 pounds of food.
Score.
So berries, fruits, nuts. Let's say you want to trade a pound of food for a gallon of water.
Sure.
Okay, so you find a stream.
Cool.
You probably direct other people to it so they can refill too.
Yep. Yeah, if I come back and
Everybody.
just have a bunch of berries and shit. So
You're-
my bags are stuffed with some food and, I got some water. I'm all wet because I slipped and fell. And it's like, hey guys, I didn't find anything. Just
Wait,
fuck
do you
it.
have to roll to
That's
see if
awesome.
you got injured when you slipped and fell?
God damn it.
He's probably okay. He's a hobo. He'll shake it
I'm
off.
used to it.
He's used to getting rolled.
Shake it off.
That would be actually quite the sight. Did I can't recall. I have a slight recollection, Taz, that you bought new clothes.
At one
Was
point,
this like
yes.
the wizard's new clothes?
Yes, at one point I
Yes,
did
we're
buy new clothes because mine were full of like shit and mud and whatnot.
Mange. I do recall at one point that you had covered yourself in mud and twigs and leaves and some
Yes,
food.
that would be
Spider webs.
accurate.
And I
Spider
don't
webs.
recall you ever saying, I shower, I bathe. I don't know.
course
So
not, he's a
you
hobo.
slipping into this stream probably
It
helped
was
you
the
out a lot.
cleanliest
Yes.
I've ever been.
It is, yes. It's Mother Nature's bar of soap, essentially.
The stank washes over you.
It's a heavily alkaline stream, so it washes you off nicely.
Extreme.
Hey,
should
if
really
I
just
had
go
Several
this,
to,
villagers upstream
natural
are burning
aura
bodies.
of stench, shouldn't it like be disadvantage for melee attackers?
I think it would be disadvantaged for you of
Nauseated.
them being aware of your presence.
Nauseated.
Mm-hmm.
It could be disadvantage on grapple checks. Actually, they might get advantage trying to get out of your grapple check. Like,
Where are you going?
Ogres are just like, ooh.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hobo wizard,
Fuck.
everybody. Hobo wizard.
oh, wizard!
Yeah. So, anybody else? Foraging, making camp,
I'd like to forage.
forage. You forage.
What would I roll?
A d20 and add your wisdom modifier to your roll.
D20. That's the one that counts up to 20, correct?
That'd be the one.
I'll be right back. I gotta go get a charger for my
It counts
tablet.
up to 21.
Does it count 21?
No.
No, wait.
Shut up.
Oh.
Kyle.
Shut up. God damn.
Damn hobo wizard. All right, let me do this.
Dude, my charisma sucks. Why do you ever believe anything
16.
I say?
16? Yes. Roll a
16.
d6.
What does that mean?
Roll a d6. So normal looking,
No?
normal
Oh, yeah,
looking dice. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Cubed.
I thought Kyle's doing 6.
You find 8 pounds of food. Wait, no. What's your wisdom modifier?
Wisdom 1.
You find 7 pounds of food. So
Okay.
probably got directed by him. He's like, hey, psst, fruits, nuts, berries.
I was
Things
actually
like
just
that.
calling him. Never mind.
Ouch.
Never mind.
Behind this bush, if you bend over, you'll find
Oh
I
yeah.
found a couple. He found a couple nuts
Nope.
and a twig.
Find a few more than.
Find some
than
nuts.
those apples.
So the wizard just runs up to you. Have you tried these nuts? These nuts right here.
Go to cook the bowls.
Yeah. So you get some food. So betwixt the two of you, you got that was 7 and so
7 and 4.
7 4. So you got 11 pounds of food.
That's more than enough for.
That's a lot of fruits and nuts and berries and wild potatoes and mushrooms. That's a lot of stuff.
You know, the interesting thing is, I was reading something about potatoes.
Was that right?
That they historically were very poisonous.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They are the nightshade family.
They're nightshades.
Yep. They are.
Just like
and
tomatoes.
It's well, that's what that. Just to completely sidetrack, that dude up in the Canadian wilderness that they made a movie about died eating what he thought were wild potatoes.
So, because I'm a giant fucking nerd and I've done a bunch of survival research on this, the prevailing belief on why he died was malnourishment, because the amount of calories you need to consume and the amount that he was consuming, you physically can't shove enough of the food that he was eating. Like, the wild potatoes don't have enough calories for you to eat that much in a day. So he died of malnutrition.
He starved himself to death, essentially. Which is completely sad, but don't go into the wilds without knowledge. Well, without knowledge. And food. Probably both would help.
Definitely water.
Definitely know how to forage. Have your local ranger with you.
Digressing again.
Digress. So you guys are on the road. You're on the Tribord Trail. You're headed towards this other town. Your warlock is, for some reason, like avoiding all shade. So even like a tiny leaflet of grass standing next to him is just nope.
I ride up next to him and I just kind of cover the sun in front of him, so he gets a handprint.
Pull out an umbrella.
Yeah. That is not in
So let me know. So horses, are you guys gonna try to? So figure you can probably at maximum, if to be on the road itself in the ruts, you can probably ride 2x2. You can ride a full breadth, but it'd be like 2 people in the road, 2 people on uneven ground going forward. But just let me know where you are stationed in relation to one another as you continue to travel east towards this town.
What's the speed of the horses in comparison, or what's the speed of the horses, I guess?
30 miles a day for fast, 24 for normal, and slow is 18.
So how does that compare? I have a speed of 30. What are the units of my speed?
30 feet in action.
Oh, in an action, okay.
So figure the horses travel. What page is that on?
182.
Oh, damn it. I was like right there.
Travel pace.
Travel pace. So figure you have in a day under normal terrain. So you're probably not at a forced march. You're probably at an average travel time. So
24 miles per day.
Mm-hmm. So figure you're a day's travel, normal pace. You're at a normal pace. So you're probably about 24 miles away. Whereas a horse is traveling. Let's see how horse. Man, you guys hit me with all the questions. Let's see. Oh, it's gonna be further back. Everyone, get out your player handbook and turn to page. Healing, rules of magic. Nope. All right.
Will this be on the test, Will?
Yes. Please take in-depth notes, no shorthand. Let's see. Horse, riding, see creature statistics. Motherfucker.
What page?
I'm not there yet. Creature statistics, 304 to 311.
304.
No, I don't want that.
Horse.
I want travel. Damn it. That's not in here. That's weird. That's not correct. Uh-oh. Did I find a horse riding? C. Oh, mounts and vehicles. That make more sense.
That's 181 and 182. It's that same travel that same section that you were at.
No, there's like a whole table of where it actually tells you it's where you buy them. Hold on. What did I say? Mounts and travel. Mounted combat. Ooh. Mounts and vehicles. C under movement. God damn it. 155, 157.
The speed of a horse is 60 feet.
So, okay, there's your answer. So double your movement speed. So a horse, you have a riding horse, 60 feet. Yes. So let's see. Now, if you really want it, so under mounts and travel, there actually goes in depth of how much time. I think it's like 8 hours you spend on horseback per day. So if you're moving it, so if you have a movement speed, here you go, Eric the Cleric. If you have a movement speed of 60 feet and you travel for 8 hours, how many miles do you travel?
See, there's
Don't make me do math.
feet.
We're playing
Wait,
D&D.
62?
You got done with finals. You need to stay brushed up.
30
60.
feet, Nick. 30.
What?
So if you walk at a pace of 30 feet,
Per,
right?
For
what?
action, yeah,
For
yeah.
action.
So 6 seconds.
Yes.
Right? Is that what you said?
Yeah. So 30
So-
feet. So if a horse travels at 60 feet per second, 60 feet. So at 10 feet per second.
It travels
Okay.
a mile an hour.
A horse travels at 10 feet per second. How fast is that, Nick? Or Eric?
It's
How fast is that?
6.8 miles per hour.
What's that?
10 feet per
6.8
second
miles
is
per hour.
6.8 miles per hour.
6.8 miles per hour, and you have a day's ride, which would be 24 miles. So 24. So you get there in 2 hours? No, 4 hours. Right? 3.84.
Is it a day's ride or is it a day's walk?
Ride.
Right.
So you're 24 miles. So let's say, if you leave on a horse, traveling at
leaving on a horse, traveling at 6.4 miles per hour, will reach Tribor at.
Oh my God.
X.
So how far is Tribor from Fandolin?
Fandolin.
How do you say it? Fandolin.
48 miles.
48 miles.
So how far
So
have we gone so far?
24.
Halfway there.
You're
So
halfway
we have
there.
another 24 to go.
24 miles to go.
Okay.
You ride on
So
a
that's
horse.
a day's ride.
Day's ride.
But
Okay.
if the I don't. So if you get 10 feet per second though, 6.8 miles per hour. So that's 24 divided by 6.8. That's only 3.5 hours.
That's what I said. Yeah. So figure you're 3.5 hours away.
So it's not really a day's ride. It's half a day's ride.
So by the
Depends
time
on how
we
you look
figure
at it.
this out, though, it's going to be a day's ride.
But I mean, we have to stop and pee a lot, I guess.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're not just sitting there ride.
And we also have the warlock who can't go through shadows because he freaks out and needs to be punched every time.
Well, that's okay because
You
we're
probably
traveling.
so figure you. So as you're riding, I mean, it's not just gonna be barren. There's gonna be an occasional poplar, maybe a pine on the side. There's gonna be trees, foliage.
So we're riding at
you
a
have-
casual pace.
Yes. So you have, but
Because
you have
just
to
fly
steer this half demon, horned, with a tail, bifurcated tail, warlock, who starts screaming uncontrollably every single time that he has a shadow cast on him.
Okay,
And I
so
assume he's just like totally normal, and then the shadow appears over him, and he screams, and then the second it's off, he's back to like whatever.
No,
so what's the weather like
you'd have
right
to ask
now?
him actually.
Because there could be clouds. passing overhead, possibly,
Oh,
and causing. Yeah. So what's the
Might
weather
just
like?
be a rough ride.
Ask this warlock, Donnie, the fantastic Cthulhu worshiper. How do you approach this? So, sunlight, having some problems.
Is it the UV that you're afraid of losing, or is it the actual visible light?
The light,
Invisible light.
actual
Okay.
sunlight.
So if a cloud passes over the sun, then you're gonna freak out.
I have a cantrip that I can make an object radiate light for an hour.
Dude, that's fantastic.
Can I just like make him glow?
Him?
I
That
have
make you
minor
feel better?
illusion on
make
my
his horse. Make his horse glow.
You can't cast spells. You are sans magic
That's right.
without.
You're our ranger warlock.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So
So-
I can ride slightly ahead of the party. Slightly. You said we're going through rolling terrain like the Willamette Valley, so maybe I'm riding slightly elevated above the road, and it's a fairly like just grassy and stuff with the occasional tree, so I'm not really slowed down on my horse riding off the trail at our casual
you're fine.
pace. So I can ride below the ridges to kind of get a little elevation to see further ahead and see if there's anything going on. So Seamus is going to be doing that.
Okay. Perfect. So you right
Sound
ahead?
good?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
just
awesome.
slightly ahead, within visual range, so that I can kind of scope out our
60
terrain
yards?
ahead of us.
Say like 60 yards?
Sure, that works.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know, like 100 yards or so.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
And
And
I'll
then,
ride next to
so,
Donnie. Keep an eye on him.
okay.
I'm on the other side of Donnie, keeping an eye on him.
So 3 abreast?
Ooh, actually, I'm right behind them. I'll be right behind them.
Okay.
Don't want my horse twisting an ankle.
Oh, yeah. We've had it with the bushes.
Okay. And then Sheree, unusually silent.
I'll be riding behind to watch everything from the rear. Since Seamus, since Seamus is gonna be up front as scout. Think of it as
Party? Okay.
huh?
Business up front, party in the back.
No, making sure we don't get attacked from behind.
Gotcha.
She hates
Yeah.
it
Okay.
from behind.
Yep, I like it from
Always-
behind.
Always on the lookout for some action
From the
Behind.
rear.
Yes.
from the rear.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Think of it as
Okay.
they're my wolf pack, and as alpha, I gotta make sure everybody's okay.
I used to be a one-man wolf pack, but then
Yeah.
there were. Okay. Let's see.
I'm too sober for this.
Right. 84.
You have to speak English.
So probably sitting there conversing at this point. You guys have to keep Donnie pretty well lit.
So,
we give him some drugs, okay?
Just means we give him all the mushrooms we found.
There you go. This will
At
make you
some
happy.
point, like Redbeard said, you probably had to take station and see a little bit. While you were there, Nicholas, what is your passive perception, Mr. Donnie? So take 10 plus your intellect? No.
Passive perception. Where is perception? Oh,
It's
okay.
right below your character on your character sheet, right below the
Yep.
stat blocks.
So
Oh, okay. It's 11.
wisdom modifier. So to do a passive one, it's 10. Just start with 10, and whatever your wisdom modifier is, add that to it. No roll needed.
So that's 11 plus my wisdom is 1,
10.
so that put it at 12. Oh, wait.
No,
10?
10. So you're at 11.
I'm at 11, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be relatively cool.
So as everybody's sort of breaking stride a little bit and hop off their horses, get a stretch next to a stream that's alongside the road. It's not a big stream, pretty relatively small. You get across it in like 3 footsteps. But is deep enough that you can get some fresh water, refill your water skins. Donnie, you see 5 hulking creatures that are also gathered next to this stream and are refilling water skins of their own as well.
It's a problem to me.
It's gone.
What?
So there's 5 creatures, hulking creatures by the stream, getting water as well.
Mm-hmm.
Can I investigate stealthily? I'd like to learn more about these 5 creatures.
Yes, definitely. So, what do you want to like sneak up on them? So, figure they're probably you sort of happened upon them.
So they're like 10 feet away, basically.
Right, 10, 15 between 10 and 15 feet away from you, fairly close.
They're probably aware of us, right? Because we're in an open area and we're not very far
They're
from each
aware.
other.
They're not aware yet. So figure Donnie probably trying to stay in sunlight, kept sidestepping shadows back and forth, and then walked over to the stream. So figure Donnie's probably 20 feet away from you. Donnie, you are next to the stream.
Okay.
Do the rest of us see these things?
No. So shrubs.
Gotcha.
Shoulder height. If you're a half orc.
So he just kind of stumbles upon them.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But they do not see you.
Do we know what kind of creatures these are, or does Donnie have to do an investigation or intelligence check to figure out what they are?
No, Donnie, actually, you definitely know what these creatures are because you've seen them before. You know them to be bugbears. Goblin.
I had a feeling.
Ooh, shit.
What's the what are the hit points on these guys?
Ow.
Medium-ish.
I don't know what that means.
They're not too bad. They're not owl bears.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they're
What are they called?
bugbears.
Bugbear.
I'll
Bugbear.
get you here in just a second.
Do-
No metagaming.
Oh,
Don't
sorry.
you dare Google that.
Sorry.
Don't you dare. You stay in the game.
No players or no monster manuals.
No monster manuals. No Google.
Okay.
But you know them to be rather brutish. They're well known. They're pretty prevalent through the land.
Okay.
So Donnie, what would you like to do? So you're soulless. Can't cast magic.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to the group and tell them that there's 5 big ass bears down by further down the river, and we should probably just leave them alone.
Okay. So do you sneak back?
Sneak back, yes.
Roll stealth, which would be D20 plus your dexterity modifier.
D20.
Can they not smell?
So I got a 9 on the D20, and my dexterity modifier is 0. So 9.
So Donnie, as you see these things and go to make your way back to the others, you step on several twigs. So here's how this happens, Donnie. So you see them. You turn. When you turn, you step on a twig and it cracks. You step again, and another twig cracks. A third time, there's a third stick that cracks. And eventually you just beat feet and it's crack, 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 crack. So these things all pop up, turn their heads, and they see you moving towards the rest of the group. So,
All right. Well, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the closest one.
Before we do that,
before that, you shut up. Donnie, probably would tell people. Did you say anything, or did you just run back to the?
Roleplay
I
this
look
shit.
over my shoulder to see if they have noticed me running, and they do see me. So
Totally.
I call out, bears, 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 and I keep running.
So as far as you guys, as far as the four of you know,
What the fuck is that
They're
crazy warlock doing now?
right? So he's
Sorry, I thought
running
you were supposed to be
past
watching
you.
him.
Sorry, I was taking a leak.
So he's running past you, all yelling "bears, bears, bears."
So do we understand what he means by this, or we're just like, what the fuck is he
You're just
talking
like,
about?
"What the fuck? You bears!" Like, why is
What
he?
kind
why
of
is he-
bears?
Bears, bears,
Yeah, what
bears,
kind of
bears.
bears, Donnie?
Bears.
I think he's just being his normal crazy self.
Ah,
I mean, why would bears be in such a shitty little stream? There's not going to be any fish that they're caring about in this.
True.
this is true.
Like,
So- They're still blocked from our sight by these shoulder high bushes, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So is there any terrain in the immediate vicinity within, say, 30 feet that would give us a height advantage to be able to see over these bushes?
No, I mean, there's some rocks that you could stand up on, but you're only gonna. I mean, yeah, you'd see over the bushes, but it's not like climbing, a 30-foot high tree. You can get probably 3 feet max that you can stand up from ground height.
So
Rocks, boulders, things like that you would stop next to.
So
all right,
even
so
my
Seamus,
6'7" self on a horse can't see this.
If you were still on your horse, absolutely, yeah.
Hey guys, I
Yeah,
If
think
you
we're
did not
still
get
then.
down to stretch and pee, yeah.
Oh, that's right. We're still doing that.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
So Seamus scrambles up on top of a rock to see what.
Like, what the fuck's going on? So you see 5 bugbears, and you would know these given your background
Okay.
as a ranger.
All right. Yeah. So I communicate. I shout to the group. 5 bugbears, dead ahead, 30 feet. Is that right?
Perfect.
that makes
Taylor.
more sense.
I yell at the bugbears to stop where
Um,
they are, or we will murder them.
Wow.
I've been watching you for the last couple of weeks.
Donnie, did you get a Donald Trump soundboard?
I think he does. I think he has
Oh
one.
my god.
So the bugbears are still on the other side of these bushes. They had seen the tiefling warlock go running back. They're a little surprised. They don't necessarily give chase, but they definitely follow where Donnie just came out of to take a look, and you see 5 of these things just standing there.
So how far
so-
away are they from us now?
So now they're 20 feet away.
Okay.
And well within visible range, because obviously not being able to be not in direct sunlight. Donnie the way he wove his way through the shrubberies.
Shrubberies.
Damn it, I knew somebody was going to say it.
Shrubbery!
So they immediately come around the corner and say, "We're no longer the knights who stay knee."
Good.
No, they don't say that at all. They come around the corner and give your entire party a quizzical look.
I tell them to
So
stand
do
down.
we?
We mean them no harm. Disregard my previous murder comment.
I ignite Lightbringer's radiant ability. Back, foul beasts!
Don't mind our cleric, he's an asshole too.
We're all assholes. The D&D.
They're chaotic evil, right? So they're just gonna fucking give chase.
They might, as far as you know, they just follow Donnie out.
Okay.
Lucky me.
So are we waiting for them to do something to see what they do?
That sounds like a party decision.
It sounds like they're waiting on us to decide, and we're waiting on them.
They just popped out.
I don't wanna be an aggressor.
Don't have much defenses other than a crossbow, so I'm just gonna play it real chill.
I hold up my hand and start, flicking a little firebolt in my hand, just kind of tossing it up in the air and back into my hand. Yep. Cupping the balls.
Perfect.
I
Sure.
bring my crossbow, my hand crossbow in one hand, and my hand axe in the other.
Okay. You start drawing weapons. Okay. And then Sheree?
Where are we in relative to them? Do they see us? Are we facing them?
So you see Donnie come running out of the bush, yelling bears, 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 runs past you. Seamus hops on a rock, looks over the brush, says, bugbears, right there, and they pop out. So they're now 20 feet and facing you have this Mexican standoff going on. It's the Alamo.
Well, good thing I'm fucking
I don't think
Davy
the Alamo was
Crockett.
a Mexican standoff. It was more like a fucking slaughter. But
Well,
Ooh.
let's just say we're the Mexican
History
army.
bitches. Ooh. So,
They called me Santa Ana.
Right.
So are we going to attempt to ask them who are they and where are they headed?
I've been trying to.
Your party
Make
mates are
negotiate.
pulling weapons. So
We're just getting ready.
Right.
Cleric lights.
Defensive measures.
Yes.
Be
Cleric
quiet.
lights his
Just hit him, right?
holy weapon
Just hit him.
ablaze and holy light. Ranger pulls crossbow and battle axe. Battle axe? Hand axe.
Hand X.
Wizard is tossing bolts of flame in his hand, and Warlock is running away.
That
I'm
sounds
I'm
accurate.
holding on to my crossbow. I got my
Like-
crossbow ready.
Shuffling through his robe.
He kind of gathered
Yeah.
his wits a little bit after running
Yeah.
away.
So, can I make an intimidation check on lighting Lightbringer and, be gone?
Yes, definitely.
Ooh,
Describe this scenario.
16 plus 3. So I light Lightbringer. And I can't remember, because I changed deities. And I don't
Lathander.
remember- Lathander.
Lathander, god of the dawn, is your new holy deity, who just so happened, not even planned at all, to be the holy symbol that is emblazoned on this warhammer.
So with Lightbringer lit, I yell at the bugbears, "In the name of Lathander, god of the dawn, leave us be, or I shall strike you down!"
They drop their shit and run.
I proceed to go and loot their shit that they dropped.
You find 5 water skins.
Yeah.
In which direction did they flee?
They go back the way they came, and are you still on the rock?
Yeah, I'm still on the rock.
So you see them beat feet
He's
over
rocking out.
through the stream, and run off north into the woods.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm assuming since they ran off, well, I can't make this assumption, I guess.
Hey guys, I think
But,
we should pack up our shit and go before they go and get more.
Get more bugbears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll be back, but in greater numbers. They're like sandmen.
So they ran really fast because the woods are 5 miles north of us right now.
Yes. They ran really fast. They took a dash action and
So they're gone.
quadrupled their speed. Yeah. Yeah, they've gone.
Okay. So,
So we have we all urinated and stretched enough to keep going?
Well, I
Are-
peed a
are we
little
all
in my
rested
in my
and-
drawer, so I'm good.
Maybe you should take a swim in the river real quick,
Nah,
Oba Wizard.
the hobo's used to it.
Gosh.
So-
Urinating in the water skins that he's found.
so we refill our water skins and we can carry on.
And now you have 5 extra water skins, so that'd be 1, 2, 3. That'd be 5.
Well,
One
and
apiece.
the horses
Now you have a
can carry
full
'em.
gallon.
Sweet. So we just have to refill once a day. Right?
Nice.
So we're good at least until what? I mean, what is it? Like
Tomorrow.
midday right now?
Midday. Yep. Middle.
Yeah.
It's about to be the beginning of spring. So you travel the rest of the way without any altercations. You don't really see many people, which is kind of weird. For being on this road, because this is essentially a merchant road. It's used primarily for the traveling of goods from town to town, coming from the northwest from the city of Neverwinter across to Phandalin, and then over to Tribor, and then up and down the long road. But yeah, kind of strange that you don't really see anybody.
So do we understand why that might be?
Well, so
Bandits.
when you eventually arrive in the town of Tribor, you enter from the west.
Go ahead.
You enter from the west, and you see many townsfolk that are just coming and going. They give you an occasional wave and a smile
wave
as you
back.
pass by. Yeah, pretty friendly people. Everybody seems to be in a really cheerful mood. Ahead of you, remember you do have someone else with you. You have Joshua Vishen, who's there as well. And he seems to be brushing away everybody that's greeting him. He keeps waving his hands and kind of grimacing.
Don't mind him, he's an asshole.
Seems to be pretty agitated and keeps muttering curses under his breath. But as you approach the main marketplace of this at the city center, you notice that most of the shops and taverns are actually boarded up, and they're all closed.
Can I stop one of these townspeople and ask them why these shops and taverns are closed?
Well, yes, of course you can.
I am going. So I stop just a local peasant and I ask, so what's going on? Why is everything closed?
So you stop someone. This is very jubilant half elf, just beaming smiles, and he's got a wreath of flowers around his head, and a necklace of flowers as well, with several green leaves, like flower leaf, going around his neck. He looks at you and just says, "Oh my God, happy green grass. Are you new here?"
Happy Greengrass? Isn't that the festival of spring?
He said, "Well, absolutely, friend. Yes, we're in full speed ahead mode here in Triport. Celebrations have been going all day."
I look over at
are
Charlotte
the,
and ask her, can we stop and have a few drinks?
I see why not.
Yes.
Are-
Time to get
are-
I
drunk
think we
on
should.
our
I think we should.
fires.
I think we should rest here for the evening and be merry and relax.
I'm a free trader.
Are these shops boarded up? Like they have plywood? Well, whatever the equivalent was.
Like
back
they're
then, I
condemned,
guess.
if you will.
Yeah.
No. Like they're just bored.
They're
Like the
temporarily-
shutters are closed in class.
Uh-huh.
And the doors are
So-
locked.
Oh, okay. So they're just
So
like
if-
closed for the celebration. They're not like,
Okay.
oh shit,
So if one was
Nothing's wrong.
to
Say it.
steal something from said stores, it would not be hard to do so, is what you're telling me?
It's probably not a good
It-
idea if you amount
It
of
could
people walking
be.
around.
This is Dungeons and Dragons, and you can do whatever you like,
Oh,
There
Donnie.
could be some serious
as
repercussions. though.
long
What's,
as
what's Donnie's alignment?
if you play
Chaotic
your
neutral.
character. If your character as a chaotic,
Chaotic
So,
neutral, the one with the toilet
chaotic
paper like on the
means-
floor.
It's
Like-
like set is on the side. It's like it's not on the roll. It's just on the opposite end of the room. You still have toilet paper. It's just
Right.
Go get it.
and so chaotic neutral would be like you're not evil, you're not good, but
You just kind of do what you want.
In it for
You
yourself.
do a lot of random
That's
acts
right.
and
all the floor off
completely
the side.
neutral in your moral compass.
Kind of a
So you can go
scoundrel.
left, you can go right.
Well,
Not even really a scoundrel,
No,
just
true.
random,
I don't
a
know.
random
Saw
person
that,
that
Nick,
can go do
on
good
Discord.
morally or do bad.
I'm so happy I'm chaotic neutral as well.
Yes. What? So what?
That makes
What's his?
three of us, actually.
His toilet paper is on the floor and in the corner. Yes. So the toilet paper's there. It's just way you have to get.
Yeah, but it's on the floor and it's over by the toilet, as opposed to like even. Right, because
But it's
Joel.
not like chaotic evil where it's been torn out of the wall and it's like not present
Right.
at all.
Right.
So,
Right.
not great.
Do you know what we're talking about, Nick?
Yes.
Does-
Yes.
yeah. No, I see it. Is anyone
Okay.
in our party evil aligned?
No, I don't think so.
Not yet.
So we're all neutral or good.
How
Working
Yeah,
our
chaotic
way
good.
We're all good.
I haven't
Okay.
I haven't worked my way up to completely evil yet. I've only murdered one person.
Can your alignment change throughout the campaign
Yes, absolutely. You can.
based on
you
your
can-
actions?
How does it change?
I feel like I have no soul, so what's to lose?
So figure. I mean, how does anybody change through
Experience.
and their own actions and the decisions that they make? I mean, you don't.
So do we? How is it decided that we've changed?
That's
You
up
know
to
what I
you.
mean?
That's up to you. If Sheree, given that you're a half orc, so you're a child of two worlds
Right.
and not fully accepted in either one. You're not the full-blooded war band orc.
Right.
You're
Bloodthirsty.
not 100% human. You're sort of looked down upon on either
Dirty
one.
mudbloods.
And to give you just a horrible example, picture mulatto in the deep south, circa 1940s, 1950s.
A lot of butts.
Child of the two worlds. So maybe through the course of her life, at some point, Sheree snaps. Maybe she breaks and says, "Fuck this! I'm not good on either side. I keep trying to improve myself and do right." But
She
maybe
spends too much time with a hermit wizard.
Maybe
Right.
maybe
Or evil
there's
hermit
a
wizard.
crazy hobo murder impulse-driven wizard is sitting there whispering to her every night when they make camp, saying, "Why don't you just murder something? Just murder one thing a day. You'll be
Sheree.
okay."
You should look into the wonderful god of Baal. He really has changed my life for the
Cthulhu's
better.
pretty sweet as well.
Tell us
your
more
god.
about your
Fair.
god, though, Taz. What is so this? If you want to know how this can change, ask
Okay.
your wizard about his god.
My god
So
is Baal, the god.
why
of
don't we
murder.
ask the jubilant half elf where the nearest place of beverage where we could join in the festivities and be merry?
Yes.
Okay.
And steal.
So
Get food and eat, not
when
berries.
not berries, and yeah. So you ask him, but the second that this, and he's overly joyed, he actually hugs you, Taz, and
Oh, and dies of suffocation.
John doesn't even notice.
I attempt to
Too
pickpocket.
Sly
Roll.
dog you.
Roll.
7.
What's your modifier with your
Uh,
dexterity?
1, so 8.
You need to stop getting us in fucking trouble, dude.
Seriously.
If you're gonna be evil, at least be good at it.
Sorry.
Mm.
I'll
Just
try.
pretend you're
You're
feeling
gonna
them
be
up.
evil. Roll high. Is that what you're saying? 8.
There you go.
Yeah.
Taz says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were coming on to me, and I felt the need to
I was going in
reciprocate
to
the favor.
cop a feel.
I
on
apologize if I offended you.
This.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. And he looks at you. He's like, "I can appreciate it."
He's a pussy.
And
Hey,
he,
see you at the festival.
Happy spring.
As soon as, yeah, he's like, "Happy green grass, happy Merry spring."
Happy
He
green
looks
grass.
at you, Donnie, and he runs up to you, gives you a big hug, grabs you by the shoulder, says, "Happy green grass, friend."
Hey, Sheree, I'm gonna get some tonight.
Yes. Are you gonna shower before or after? Neither.
Neither.
Got some
Just-
stank.
It just
Dick.
adds to my
Yeah.
aroma.
Okay. So, anyways, I'm gonna hug happy half elf, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, friend, where can we find provisions and food and beverage? We would love to join in on the festivities. Can you take us there?"
And he as soon as he starts to answer, you see this 6th addition to your party, Joshua Vishen, walks over and backhands this half elf, and looks at him and says, "Go away!" And he's like in shock.
What do I need to roll to punch this guy?
Remember, your punches hurt.
He's a nasty guy.
Exactly. Point.
All you have to do is roll a D.
What is up with our
D20?
our companion here? Why
He's an asshole.
is he going berserk? Can we ask him what's going on?
Yeah, absolutely.
What his problem is?
Your major malfunction.
I rolled a 16.
That would be plus your strength. And I have to remember what you do on your hit
My strength?
modifier.
Which modifier?
So strength modifier. So what's your strength? 19?
So yeah, it's 4.
Okay, so what did you roll? 16?
Yeah.
So 20. So you hit for sure. And then
Sucker punch that shit.
You just sucker punch.
We were having a
blind
conversation.
man.
We were having a conversation, and you rudely interrupted my
Good,
conversation.
Good. Come to the dark side.
Fill me with your hate.
I whispered to Charray, maybe you should murder him.
That's what she said.
And I'm not murdering him.
Oh, fuck.
Murder him after I murder Narble.
No.
Yes.
Not me.
Fair,
May not-
fair and pleasant DM. I will murder Narble, and you will stand there and watch as I rip his eyeballs from his face.
You try to kill everything I love.
You're welcome.
So, melee attack. So you have 5 foot reach, blah, blah, blah. Instead of using a weapon, blah, blah, blah. On a hit, an unarmed strike deals bludgeoning damage equal to 1 plus your strength modifier. So you hit him for 5.
Ooh, good.
You're proficient.
If I put him on the ground,
knows.
do I at least put him on the ground? Does he, like, stumble back to the ground? Or, like, fall?
Well,
He
I would
is-
assume he didn't see it coming. So would you tell me you dictate your own path in this wonderful world? So you describe the scenario and you tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you whether or not it happens. So you describe to me. So he backhands his half elf.
Which I
You
just
punch-
hugged. And I'm asking him,
So do you punch him like head,
Dick.
gut?
well, I am 6 foot, what? And, yeah,
He's
how,
average height?
average height?
5'10", yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay, so a punch from up just a little bit high and on my way down, I could probably hit him in, I'm guessing, the right ear. So I'm guessing he walked up and he's just like, whoopsh. And I was like,
jeez.
bam! Right? In the ear.
So he
Knock him off the
doesn't.
filter.
All of Fight
He
Club.
doesn't fall, but you see his eyes roll back for a second, and he definitely stumbles. He's seeing stars.
Well,
Put
he
it that way.
stumbled. I walk up and hit him with my spellbook.
Roll.
Is that really necessary?
Do I need to slap you?
Always.
We're just gonna have a slapping round.
So,
Mr.
can you-
Nick
can you
Murphy,
remind me why
welcome
this
to
guy-
the Merry Marauders, where it is Three Stooges plus 1 all the time.
why do we have this guy along with our group again?
But I did roll a
let
1.
me resolve this. It's you swing and you miss with your spellbook.
And he laughs at you.
You
Nice.
wait. Hold on. You rolled a 1,
Yes.
so you swing at him with your spellbook and do one of the like on one toe turn and fall down prone. It will take half of your movement.
Have you
So
been celebrating with the elf already?
Yep. It's on
He's-
that side.
You going ahead
3
of
bottles,
us.
3 deep.
Yeah.
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 But Seamus, you'll recall that when no, because you weren't there. You don't know.
Don't know what.
Actually, he does not know why Joshua Vishen is there.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So what did we tell him? I thought we would have updated him prior to our quest. Otherwise, because you remember how he's joining us to fight Narble? So wouldn't he then have been educated that Narble put out an attack and took Johnny? Obviously, because we're watching him for the
I don't
past
think he's
48
been
hours.
educated because I
have-
don't think he has been educated.
If I have, I forgot.
He doesn't know.
Sorry, I have low intelligence.
So
Pretty
you
sure we
can
covered
either
this.
Sheree, you can either
Okay.
tell him, or if you think that you may have told him previously, you can definitely roll history to see if you recall why.
How much is
I
history?
can roll history.
Mhm.
What does that use? Is that a wisdom or intelligence?
History.
That's intelligence.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you
guess
put
I'll
that one?
roll.
Negative, like. Are
No,
you
I have 0. I
0?
have-
So plus 0.
Yeah.
All right. Well, basically, Narble stole Johnny's soul and has told us that we need to find the mystery of the marble Narble. And our only key right now is this asshole on the ground who wants to backhand innocent people. So each time that he hurts an innocent, I will punch him.
Wait. So
Mir Vishen.
this guy that's in our party, what's his name again?
Joshua Vishen. Joshua
Vishen.
V.
What's his
V-A-S-H.
relation to Narble? Sheree?
It says master.
I employ thousands of people.
He's Narble's master.
Other way
No.
around.
Other way
Oh,
around.
Master.
Narble's
okay.
his master, and
So
he's
why,
been tasked
why is he with us right now? Because he
he's
stole
tasked
Donnie's.
No, he didn't steal anything. He's just tasked to show us the way to the marble Narble.
He's basically keeping us in check and continuing pushing us.
He's there to make sure you
I've been
complete your
watching
task.
you for the last couple of
Which
weeks.
is to destroy Narble.
No.
Destroy them.
He doesn't
That's
believe we're
true.
going to destroy
That's
Narble.
that's Sheree's task. That's her personal goal.
My personal
which is
goal.
not part of this adventure that I wrote.
So if Hobo Wizard
It
happens to kill
so
Narble, I won't be upset. It's like his one free off of murdering anybody.
So your quest that Sheree probably would have relayed to you at some point is she. Well, you described a scenario because a lot
Because-
happened. in
because
this episode.
Seamus and I are both haters of Narble. That's part of how we know each other in our past, is because we both are like that fucker with that stupid
Pirating.
goddamn lisp.
Yeah.
Probably because his mom beat him too many times, and he can't talk straight anymore.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
I
not
just I
personally.
forget sometimes.
No,
I take it.
apologize.
You should take it personally, Will. It's your personal character.
While they're discussing this, I stand up, brush myself off.
Oh yeah.
I thought this was just an aside.
This
from
is
what
this
was
is
going on.
table talk. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we,
Well,
we
you
don't
probably
like Narble.
would have some of this discussion and be like, and because at some point, Seamus, you probably would be like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, but
Would yeah.
so
So
so me
little
personally-
meta, little not. Yeah.
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 But that would
He's
have
Narble's
happened
minion.
right when
He's-
he
So-
joined our party. So
So the circumstances of how, because you weren't there at all, because that all that's right, because that everything that led up to this happened at the end of when you guys
way back,
were
okay.
done with the Lost Mine of Fandelver.
Yes.
So
Correct.
we would not actually be present at all. So what happened, what the scenario was that mid-celebrate, or I should say post-celebration of
Right, we're sleeping.
helping Sheree's first hire or first contract is that they all went to bed, and when they did so, that like when you're in that place where you're semi-conscious, but you're pretty deep, and your eyelids are feeling pretty heavy. Electricity filled the air, and the hair on their arms started to stand up on end, and there was this deafening crash and boom. When they burst out of their rooms, only 3 were present, and it was Cal, Taz, and Sheree. When they went to investigate, they found Donnie sitting on his bedside, perfectly calm, very still, smiling, and the entire side of his room had been blown out from the
Which
inside.
Which is the reason why we
like his underwear.
He's a nasty guy.
Wait,
Nobody
what?
likes him. Nobody likes him anywhere once they get to know him.
Do you
So
have
this is the reason why the tavern is under repairs right now. It's because of that incident.
All right, we can catch up later on that stuff. I don't want to take any more screen time explaining stuff.
No, because it's definitely worth knowing, because the whole point of him being there. So what happened was Sheree found this scroll with
Marble's imprint on it.
Right, his stamp.
Yes.
And
which I know because of our dastardly deeds that he's done to us before.
Right. So you would know. So, and he, in this letter, and I'll read it to you. I'll do it without the accent, because it hurts me as much as it hurts you. So, what this note said, maybe I'll do a little. No, I won't. So it said, "Salutations, O great adversary. 'Tis I, that most sensational sailor of the sea of swords, Narblenifus Sparklebottom. Surely this very serendipitous second you sense it was myself that has stolen the soul of your associate. If you wish to see your sidekick restored to their standard state, you will seek to satisfy the services and stipulations I set forth. Along with my servant that I have sent in my stead, you will steal a statue of significant sort being stored in the safe room of Ritterheim." I know you're just fucking flinching, Eric the Cleric, because I know you can hear this in your head.
I am so glad I missed that.
So short.
Oh,
somebody watched a little too many V for Vendetta while they were creating this.
Oh, with the yeah. No.
Barely, I say.
Barely, vicissitude.
You have to do it in a Hugo Weaving voice.
Yeah, ooh. Yeah, sexy. Very sexy.
I'm going to do the last section in Narble, though. Hold on.
Make sure you swallow that shit
You
down.
need to have the mouth wet for this part.
Oh, shit.
That's what she said.
Here, why don't you come over here? I'll help you out with that, Will.
Oh!
Off stream. We'll do that. As soon as we're done. It is my own simple suggestion that you seek through the sluiceway of said stronghold and swipe the aforementioned sculpture. Also, be cautious of the shadows and those solicitous snakes that slither in seclusion the Zentarum. Nefarious villains surround your quest. Make haste and good speed. Signed, Narblenifus Homunculus Sparklebottom. So, Joshua Bushen is there in Narble's stead. Now, to meta this and table talk a little bit out of game, you had a conversation, because there was a side quest that your wizard accepted on behalf of Merry Marauders Adventuring Group, LLC.
Without telling
them.
But
I personally...
Without telling anybody?
I personally like to call Mag. So, on Mag's behest or part, Taz accepted this side quest from someone in the town of Phandalin named Halia, who runs the Miners Exchange. And you got to that ghost, and you asked it a question, and you have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe, Sheree, you asked where Narble was?
Can I jump in?
Yeah.
I believe she asked how to defeat Narble.
And you wouldn't answer because you love him so much.
No.
Yeah.
No, he did. He did it in a backhanded way.
How did I answer?
You said that you... I think you said that you had to destroy his soul and then his physical form.
Nope.
Huh?
No, he was in a different dimension.
I said...
Rolling history. 5. Fuck.
Sure.
5.
Yeah. Taz looks over and yeah, you recall something about stack of marbles.
So, 9.
Marbles.
9 marbles. Right, 9.
We have to destroy the marble Narble.
There you go. That was it. You have to destroy the marble Narble.
So there's a statue of Narble made out of marble?
It's a marble. It's just his marbles.
If you could probably...
Is it like a Horcrux?
I lost my marbles.
Yeah.
He's the character from Hook. Have you seen my marbles? I've lost them.
Yes, I've lost my marbles.
Lost my marbles.
Shit, he really did lose his marbles. Yeah, he
Really
lost
did
them
lose
good.
some, yeah.
He lost them good.
So I'm not going to give you a yes or no. This is definitely something for you to figure out. I'm not going to give you all the answers. If your conclusion is that you need to find a marble Narble, maybe. He did say find the statue. The ghost did tell you break the marble Narble. Yeah. And the other part of that was that he is also not in this dimension.
So it could be that he is stuck in marble because he's in a different dimension. Maybe that'll free
Alright,
him.
I guess we'll cross that when we come to it.
Rubbing the magic lamp of Narble.
Gross.
Don't rub his lamp.
I don't want to rub his lamp.
Hey, can we
Good.
take a quick 5 minutes?
E5?
Yeah, where are you at?
So Joshua's seeing stars, stumbling around. Taz fell down when he tried to hit him with the spell book, brushed himself off, got up. Half elf still standing there. Joshua gets his composure back, kind of shakes his head, reels himself back in. And
Seamus growls at him.
You see him...
He's gonna just say, restrain yourself, or we'll make sure.
Oh.
I don't know. Something about basically, don't do that again, or we'll fucking lay you out. And
so
give you
Vishen looks at. Well, he doesn't look at you because he's blind, but he turns in your direction. Just sort of, and you see him just turn around and walk away. He goes across the marketplace from where you're currently standing. Pushes his way.
Leash.
Huh?
Put him in one of those kid harness leash things.
Take him back.
You already have a wizard.
You have a shit ton of rope.
I do have a lot of rope.
You have a lot of rope. You do have a wizard on a leash. But Vishen pushes his way through the revelry, and you see him start to beckon you over his shoulder. And across the town center, you see over an entryway, bearing a blue frog sitting on a mound of snow. Vishen enters through the front doors.
So we're still outside the...
You're in the town square.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And he winds through the crowd of this green grass spring celebration.
How far is he now at the entryway from us?
20 yards.
Okay.
Yeah. Goes across.
So he's waving over to us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He sort of beckons you, and you see him go in. And so you can just look at it. No roll needed. Obviously an inn. The poster sign outside swinging has a blue frog sitting on a mound of snow.
What's the name of this inn?
The Blue Frog Inn.
Asshole.
Little blue frog.
Little
Well,
blue
you-
frog
Le
doing,
petit.
doing cocaine.
It's a Miles Davis thing, isn't it?
Small frog on hollow
Mound of snow.
log. Speckled
Yeah.
frog.
Wait,
A little
wait,
blue
Speckled
frog.
frog.
Miles Davis.
You can head over there.
Speckled toad.
Definitely head over there. Sign is just slightly cockeyed like this. It's not completely flat, so you can't read the name that's on it, but you can just see
Okay.
Cockeyed.
So why are we following this guy again? He's being a total asshole.
Well, we can split up and see. Half Elf, what is the name of that place that asshole just walked into?
He's still trying to gain his composure.
I walk
His
up and
eyes
give
are
the
filling with
half-elf
tears.
A hug and tell him it's gonna be okay.
Completely out of character. Taz,
Gross.
the hobo wizard.
Taz
Well,
wants
he
to
did get in a river.
Taz wants
He
to get
fell into a
laid. Is
river,
what's happening.
little dusted off, right?
Taz.
We don't judge
Taz
his
is a free
favorite, and that's
soul.
fine.
Taz is
So,
a free soul.
I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of general aura over the town that's making him act weird.
right? It's the festivities. I mean, this place is lit.
It's
It
it's
is
infectious.
popping. So, I mean, just to give you an
Think of a Bob
idea,
Marley concert in Eugene.
not even. Think of like Grateful Dead concert
Oh God.
in San Francisco, like
70s.
that, like 1968, Height Ashbury, full
Extra
Tilt.
lit.
extra lit. So this place is, I mean, it's bananas. So the marketplace itself is just adorned with floral wreaths and garlands. There's several brightly colored ribbons that are strewn from building to building. And people are just going nuts. Several festivities. The place that Joshua just went over and walked into, you can see people are coming and going out of this place. All, I would say 90% of them have a large flagon of ale frothing around, all smiling, arms around each other, laughing. You can see the windows of the inn are propped open. Music is pouring out of this place. And you see a couple other inns in this town square, but they all have signs out front that say no rooms available.
Okay.
So shall we proceed and follow where this guy's Vishen's beckoning, just to see what's going on?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll see what he's trying to pawn off on
Because
us.
Seamus is feeling pretty thirsty, and he's ready for some of this
Isn't he a
some of this
dwarf, too?
ale. No, he's a human.
Oh, okay.
Who?
For some
Very
reason, I
human.
thought Seamus was a dwarf, but then I forgot.
No.
Humans
No,
do
I
that.
made a dwarf.
That's right.
I made.
Wait, what?
All right. So
I-
my only advice, cohorts, is that we don't get too inebriated and lose track of time and lose track of the goals at hand. But we will
I
stay here
agree.
for the night and reconvene in the morning to move forward.
Meanwhile, I take the spider staff from Donnie to study it.
So,
I take Donnie's staff. Yoink.
Done.
all the other inns have no vacancy signs, but what about this? This is an
Blue
inn,
Frog.
right? Or is this the tavern, the Blue Frog place?
Inn,
Okay.
inn and tavern. It's
Okay.
a B&B.
Oh, do they have...
No vacancy sign as well, but Vishen's standing at the door.
All right, let's go see what he's got to say. I say.
So you go over there. He looks at you and says, "Get along, you fribbles." And he looks at you and tells you that. Well, let me put it to you this way. Here's what happens. So you walk into the inn. There's an assembly of colorful clientele that matches the vibrant and vivacious interior of this inn. As you walk in and look up, you see the sign in its beautiful glory. A blue frog sitting on top of a mound of snow, and underneath in gold lettering it says "The Frost Touched Frog." There's lively music and flutes, pipes, drums, accompanied by mirth and merriment being made by all the guests that are in the inn. You see next to a single stairwell, Vishen is thrashing a banister with the tips of his fingertips, just tapping. Your entry into the inn caught his attention, and shivers begin to run down your spine because, keep in mind, he's blind, but as soon as you walk in the doorway, his head just goes directly in your direction.
So he's like Daredevil. He has heightened senses.
Who's to say?
I whisper under my breath, "Fuck you, Joshua." Fuck you, Joshua.
As he's tapping the banister, you see his hand just slowly raise up, and he gives you the bird.
That's funny.
So, ignoring the surrounding partying and revelry, Vishen makes his way over to you and says, "Listen up, you lot. We spend as little time here as possible. I've rented the loft above the barn out back. Not a single peep will be uttered about your undertaking for the master. Stay to the loft and avoid any eavesdroppers or looky-loos." And he very curtly turns on his heels and makes his way through the inn and out the back.
As he's leaving the inn, I yell, "We'll make sure not to say anything about Narble."
Oh, woo! Oh, man. What's your AC?
11.
Really? No.
My armor
Is it
class?
really?
Yeah, it's 11.
Yeah. 11? Okay.
AKA no armor.
AKA I'm still wearing racks.
Hey, I like to prance around in fucking paper mache armor.
Apparently. So I'm interested in knowing how you four react to that. What does Donnie, Sheree, Seamus, and Cal do with that reaction?
Damn it, Taz! Quit talking about your girlfriend. Nobody cares.
She's got the best narbles in the business.
The best marbles in the business.
Well, and just to give you an idea, so in the corner, so when you walk into this inn, it's just decked out. The walls are very brightly colored, and there's paintings on the walls. There's several knickknacks, there's shelving. Every wall has this on it. And you see several small knickknacks, rocks, compasses, daggers. You see that there's really old, large weapons, and a lot of the stuff is signed, has signatures on it. And in the corner to your right, there's 2 sofas, and that's where the music players were. So there's one guy with a flute, one guy with a drum, and another with a lyre. As soon as Taz says, "We'll make sure not to mention Narble," the music stops.
Cantina.
Dead silence.
And I say once again, fucking Taz, nobody cares about your girlfriend Harvey. Okay?
Marby? We love her.
Harvey. No. Harvey the shrew.
I just smile a big shit-eating grin and look at him directly in the eyes.
Hey, are you actually inside, though? Shouldn't she be shrieking from the lack of sunlight?
What is the movie? What's the movie that just recently came out with the animated, all the animals, and the sloth tells a joke?
Oh, yeah.
Zootopia.
Oh,
Yeah,
Zootopia.
Zootopia. Yes.
Like, that's how I see Donnie just going Looking over at Taz. Totally.
Saw the 3 humps.
Hey, Priscilla.
Yeah.
Priscilla.
Do you
So back on track.
call?
I want to know what I
I just love that he's like a speed racer in a car.
yeah.
Right.
Spoilers. Spoilers.
Oh, Jesus. So, yeah, he walks over. I didn't walk. He storms over to you, Taz. Has a staff about 2.5 feet
Wait,
long.
Who's storming over?
Joshua.
Joshua Vishen.
Okay.
Storms back over to Taz.
Wait. Has music gone back to playing after I was like, shh, about Harvey?
No,
Jesus
No.
Christ.
dead.
You'd have to roll the
So-
I think.
How about I interject something about a round of drinks on me?
Everybody locks eyes on Vishen, who's now storming towards Taz.
Okay, so I can say.
They don't even catch what you're saying. They just are focused, deadlock on Taz and Vishen walking towards him. Vishen pulls this thing out from behind his robe and spins in his fingertips like lightning quick. Taz, he hits you with it. Oh, how many dice do I got?
Do an evasive check.
And you take 7 bludgeoning damage.
Oh fuck! Blind fucker.
And he strikes you upside the head with this thing.
You better have knocked me
if
unconscious.
If he did not have his eyes covered, you would feel burning flames being shot out of these things. Makes a very
He's about to
stern
get
look.
burning flames in his eyes.
He whips around and begins to march back out the rear of the inn, stops mid-pace, shifts towards the people that were playing music, and says, "Pick it back up," and they immediately start playing again.
Yep.
Very nice. Very nice.
Good thing I didn't mention anything about
Do
marbles.
the hustle.
Do you say that in game?
No, table
Okay.
talk. I don't want to get hit with a quarterstaff again.
Yeah, so he makes
I'll
his
tell you
way
what,
out
though.
towards the back of the inn.
I am going to murder that guy by the end of this.
Donnie,
Yeah, what's stopping us from doing that?
Our cleric.
Donnie, you're probably standing outside the inn.
Outside looking in, the open windows. I'm a
Still
mime.
staring out at sunlight. The lighting inside the processed frog, it's pretty brightly lit during the day and dimly lit in the evening.
That could get us muted. We probably should do that. As much as I love the Cantina music.
Oh my god.
Thank you. Please don't sue us, George Lucas or Disney.
Seriously.
Right?
We're poor. We don't have money.
It's fair.
Yeah,
Hey, we're an LLC, right? So we're good.
it's true. Yeah. We're
Pretend
pretend
LLC.
Same thing.
Disclaimer.
So, but yeah, and then when the music picks back up, you see a woman running back and forth, delivering drinks to everyone.
I motioned for her to bring me a beer and some bandages.
When you motion her, she catches sight of you. It just makes a motion at you. Said one just doesn't say anything because you're still too far away. It's really loud in here too. All the merriment and the drinking pick back up. But she does acknowledge you. It says 1 second. After a second, you see a young young boy walk up to you and says, "Is there anything that I can get you? I would love to just help you out. I work here."
Tell him I'd like to talk to that beautiful lady over there that was looking at me.
You're outside.
I want to talk to that beautiful lady that was
You're
looking
scared
at
to
me.
not be in sunlight.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I want her to come talk to me.
Okay.
Oh, you're okay.
Tell
Are
little...
you shout in the window?
No, the little boy that came up and said, "Is there anything I can help you with?" I want to tell him to get that woman to come over here and talk.
But
to
you're
you.
outside. We're
in
inside.
the window. Yeah, they're inside.
Oh, so he's talking to you guys, but not me.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, you're just
Oh,
spectating.
well, you
You're
said
not-
Donnie
literally.
something,
Yeah. You
I'm
can
just
yell
outside
in the
looking in.
window because you can see, Donnie. You can
Is
see
there-
all this happening.
So I'm gonna ask the little boy, is there a way that we could eat and drink our beverages outside? We have a comrade who needs to stay outdoors. Can we take this outside? Is there a space for us in the sunshine?
He looks at you and says, "Oh, certainly. You can definitely go out there. I can bring you anything you want. I'm really good at this."
Do you have an older sister, perhaps?
He said, "Well, no. I'm an only child,
Well,
but I
your
work
mom
here
will do it.
now."
Well, then please set us up a table for 5 outside.
And he asked you, "Would you like to be out front, or would you like to go into the back?"
I would like to go into the rear.
I bet you would.
I would like to go into the back as well.
So he looks at you and says, "If you want, you could go into the courtyard in the back. I'll let you through the gate."
I don't trust
Yeah,
this
can we go investigate this courtyard?
So you see him.
Well,
he disappears.
I can't
goes out
really
the
say
back.
anything. Because
Well, no. I mean, you can. So
I
picture
motion
it's
for-
not a huge
for-
room,
Donnie
like-
to...
15 by 20
Okay.
feet.
Meet us out back.
Windows are propped open. You're probably
Yeah.
standing right there.
Cash me outside.
Catch me on
Catch
the
me
outside.
outside.
Okay.
Catch me outside.
He's like
Um,
Samwise Gamgee, dropping over the petunias.
I ain't dropping no eaves, sir. Honest.
Samwise Gamgee.
So, have you been eavesdropping? Do you see this little human boy, very brightly lit, happy, goes out through the back and gives you directions to walk around the side of the inn, and he props open a gate for you. When you come out and grab Donnie and move him around the gate, you see that this little boy is standing next to a table, rocking on his toes and heels, huge smile on his face. You see a table, there's some bread, butter, some apples that are sliced up, and beer that's been stacked around the table as
I don't
well.
trust this little fucker. I move to make an investigation check and check my surroundings for hidden dangers.
Okay.
It's a twap.
It's wow.
Yeah,
I've been doing this for weeks, you guys.
Let's see. Investigation 12 plus 6.
What? You do not have a 6 modifier.
Investigation? It's based off int, buddy.
I know. Your modifier can't be 6. How high is your intellect?
18.
Jesus. That doesn't sound right. No way.
That's straight off roll 20.
Let's see. I'll grab it. I have to see this for myself. Yeah, I have to
My
check this out.
phone's gone.
Hold on. Got skills. I can look here. Oh my god, you're all on roll 20. You're all cheating. I'm telling you.
Oh, I logged on, but I haven't been using it.
Yeah, I haven't used it either.
I'm just using it for my character
I
sheet.
don't use it, Dad. I'm holding it for a friend.
I
yeah.
respectfully wrote down. So Nick, you can write down. You have character sheet at the back of your book.
Hmm?
At the back of your book.
What about the back of my book?
Back
Your
of the book,
modifier
there's character
four
sheet.
is
Open it up.
4.
Oh, yeah,
Why
yeah,
is
yeah.
my investigation
Oh,
save
So you
print it
can.
plus
I'll
6
just
on
print
it?
it out later.
Oh, because okay.
I've been using pencil and I
I'm-
just wrote stuff in because you're going to be changing numbers
You're
and stuff.
proficient in
You can
investigation.
go online and print
Yes.
them out too
So-
for free.
Okay, yeah, that's
I'm
right.
sorry. That's my fault.
Character
I was saying
sheets.
because you were saying your modifier
Oh, sorry.
being a score of 18, like that's what's throwing
Sorry.
me off. But
Sorry.
Uh,
Yes, proficient.
no, you investigate the
Yes.
shit out of this. You walk around. So what you do see, Taz, as you're investigating this area, 8-foot high fences, wooden on the outside, backed by iron grating with spikes on the top of the iron grating that's within the wooden fence part. It's, let's just say, it's buffered defenses of this court.
So it's a good way to trap people inside.
There is a...
Yeah.
So your points of egress are the gate you just came through, the back door of the inn that's off to your right, and to your left is a very large barn with double doors that swing outwards, and they're open. And you can see inside are several stalls with horses in them. And
Right. Is that where we're staying?
We've got
Yes.
the loft above.
yes,
Yes.
Is there any egress? Do we know, or can we tell that there's any egress from the loft other than into the barn and the courtyard?
oh yeah, doors up there as well that can open and shut. Right now they're open.
Into the courtyard or on the other side of the barn?
Into the courtyard.
I
Okay.
grab my
Is that-
flagon of ale and an apple, and I make my way up into the barn and kind of perch myself in the window.
Okay. When you go up, you see that Vishen is there as well. So when you go up to the top of this loft, several hay bales are in there. And in one corner, you see several cots that are lined up against the wall. There's a table with a wash basin with fresh water, towels laid out by the side, and lanterns sitting on a main table just opposite the doorways up top. Small
Cool.
stools around the
Cool.
table. Little living area, essentially.
Okay.
And Vishen is up there as well. He's sitting on a cot.
Cool.
So we entered it through this little gate, or we're peeking through this gate into the
Mhm.
courtyard.
Mhm.
And there's the back door to the tavern, and then the barn doors.
Mm-hmm.
And
On the
we're
gate,
surrounded by wrought iron and
Kyle, where are you calling
wooden
me?
fencing.
You butt dialing me?
No?
What's
Nothing.
going on?
That's weird. Okay, whatever.
Cool.
Sorry. But yeah, so 3 entrances. Exits. Yeah. And the little boy saying, like, I got all the things you wanted me to get. I did it really fast.
Where's your mother at?
I'm gonna
Is he
give him a
expecting-
couple of gold pieces for all his valiant effort.
Gold pieces? Really?
2 gold pieces.
What was that
Yes.
saying? Thank you very much. I don't make a lot, but what I do, I give to my parents. My parents love me very much.
So does our warlock.
So, what is your name, little boy?
Started
That's a good
off
question.
every.
He looks up. He
trooper
said, "Well, my
van.
name's Georgie. My name's Georgie. Well, it's George. I was named after my dad, but everybody called me Georgie."
Georgie, do you know any pretty girls?
He said, "Well, I think that Miss Riversword, she's the prettiest girl I know, but she's the one that hired me here."
Yeah. Do you think you could fetch her?
Well, she's pretty busy right now, but maybe later. But she said not to bother her right now.
I want to know
Okay.
where Shore's going with this.
Yeah.
Shit.
Where is
So-
Miss Riverstone?
She was the gal that you saw running around that Taz
Oh, okay.
tried to motion. Yeah.
So she's not
Well,
busy
tell
in one of
her-
the other rooms of the inn.
So tell her that we would very much like to speak with her and tell her how good of an employee you have been and how well you have treated us.
He freaks the fuck out. Eyes huge. I'll go do that right away. Just you stay here. I think you're the prettiest lady I know right now. I'm gonna
Aw.
go tell her that She needs to come talk to you. And he runs away, disappears.
I yell down from my perch and ask her, why are you being so nice to the kid?
It's like I'm trying to get us some company for tonight, so shush. Be good. Behave.
She's buying me a hooker.
Who said anything about you?
Shut up. I use suggestion on Cal to make him think he's in love with Donnie.
Oh, wait, what?
Tell me about the suggestion that you speak of.
It can't be a harmful act, and let me pull up the spell book.
You suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two and magically influence a creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. The suggestion must be worded in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable. Asking the creature to stab himself, throw itself onto a spear, immolate itself, or do some other obviously harmful effect ends the spell. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. How's your wisdom, Cal?
Good enough.
Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it pursues the course of action you described to the best of its ability. The suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration, which would be up to 8 hours.
I hate you so goddamn much right now.
Or 6 minutes, whatever you need.
Whatever it takes.
The spell ends when the subject...
On the subject, what now?
The spell ends when the subject finishes what it is asked to do. You can also specify conditions that will trigger a special activity during the duration.
Oh, I think they're going to have a special activity
For example, you might suggest that a knight give her warhorse to the first beggar she meets. If the condition isn't met before the spell expires, the activity is not performed. If you or any of your companions damage the target, the spell ends. Start rolling. I gotta know, what's your spell save DC, Taz? No, it's your spell save DC.
Well,
you don't roll. He rolls against you.
Oh, damn.
He's got to beat your spell save DC, which is what?
14.
14.
Come on, shitty dice.
Where do you find that?
What is
you have to be a spellcaster.
Oh.
Motherless son of a whore.
What'd you roll? What'd you get?
Fucking 2.
Hold on.
Womp, 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 womp.
I have a +3 to it.
Well, then you got a 5.
Oh, is that on top of, hold on, is that on top of my base spell save?
No, you just have to beat his, which is a 14.
Okay.
So
Best
you,
use of a
Taz,
second-level
have to
spell
make
slot.
best second-level spell slot I've ever made. You have to come up with a sentence or two.
You are very, very sweepy.
You
we
are
rabbit.
madly in love with Donnie, and you just really want to make a baby with him.
I feel like Bill Cosby and that one girl.
I can't make a baby with him.
Well, you better
You
start
have asked me
The
to do
su-
something
the
that is not possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
The suggestion must be worded in such a manner as the course of action sound reasonable.
Cal, you have fallen madly in love with Donnie, and you wish nothing more than to make sweet love to him. Cue Barry White.
Thank you, Barry White.
Woo!
I don't like where this is going. So I have no control over this. I don't get to roll anything.
Dude, you don't have
No,
a
it's
fucking
gonna be-
soul. You don't care if
It's
you're
gonna be interesting because Donnie starts shrieking whenever he gets out of the light.
That's true.
You better bring
You gonna fuck me in broad daylight?
a little light bringer with you.
Oh my
Is that
god.
how that goes?
Jesus Christ.
What's Bill Cosby's favorite beer?
Pilsner.
God damn it. Pilsner. Pilsner. Yeah.
Yeah, you said that one last week.
I know, I love it. It's so good.
Cal,
This is relevant lately.
you got some loving to do.
How you gonna do it, big boy?
I hate you guys. Oh, fucking much.
I remember be stripped of.
You're making me play a dwarf.
Okay,
Maybe.
so has the lady come yet?
So back
Ooh,
that's what
he
back
said.
to what we're talking about Charest buying me a hooker. Now all I just have to worry about is Seamus.
What about
You're
Seamus?
getting rid of the competition?
Yep. Yep.
As I stand there laughing.
Kaz, did you really just cast a spell on him? Yep.
And as you're so
Love you,
this
Eric.
this is my image in my head is that you're all in this courtyard, and there's this huge barn with several stalls, and there's a loft up above that has giant doors that are open, and Taz is sitting there swinging his legs back and forth and casting spells down. And
He
while
really
you
wants
do
to get laid.
Vishen is sitting slightly. Nice. Vishen is sitting off to your side, Taz, and is just chuckling like mad.
I don't like
Oh,
this.
All right.
there.
It'll be hard to walk tomorrow.
It's a good thing we got horses.
Oh shit, did I piss off Eric?
Where'd you go? Oh, there you
Sorry,
go.
my camera's shitty.
There you go.
We're like,
No, he was busy getting to work, you know.
Plan.
it's called the reach around. You gotta.
So,
He beelined it up the stairs to the loft.
The old rusty trombone.
dragging Donnie behind him by the legs
I can picture it.
upstairs.
I can picture it like
Making
Yo.
sure-
a cave.
Making
man
sure he
Fort
picks a
Ranks
spot
Scuba.
in the loft where there's a ray of sunlight coming in on and shining on one of the cots.
Single ray
Donnie's
of
screaming.
sunlight.
Donnie's screaming the whole way up the stairs because there's no light. He's terrified. He has no idea what's happening.
Shh,
In all
it'll all be
fairness-
over soon.
In all fairness, I just said tried to seduce him.
No,
He's
you said make love.
Love.
tried to make love to him.
Try to.
He still has a choice. I mean, granted.
So is he gonna
doesn't
take me
have
out for
a
dinner?
soul.
Or
No,
how's this work out?
No. You can't backpedal this.
I'm sure
You
he
can't-
could probably just put a
I'm
little
just trying to
something
make
in
it sound
your
a little less-
lager and you'll be fine.
Less rapey.
Well, see, the
So-
only spot where the sunlight's coming through is right next to the barn doors, so they're
Is that
just
a
gonna go at
Hitachi?
it right behind you.
Ugh.
Taz.
So is that a Hitachi magic one?
Oh, Will knows
What
his
is
stuff. Will knows his stuff.
So the suggested course of action continues for the duration. If the suggested activity can be completed in shorter time, the spell ends when the subject finishes what it was asked to do. So
I think you should make
He-
them challenge.
it's sort of like
Every couple turns, make them challenge, you know. Each roll a dice. If Donnie loses, he...
so what your spell does though
He bites the
Is it-
pillow.
your spell forces him to do a course of action that he does not stop trying to do until he accomplishes the task for the next 8 hours.
So he's just basically going to be trying to get into Donnie's pants for 8 hours.
So
I thought
I don't know,
had the
that's-
magic wand.
I don't know how you want to roleplay that one, Eric Cleric. That's up to you, buddy. I don't know what your lawful good.
Yeah, I am a good character.
Well, you're about to get
So you're probably not
bad.
going to force him. You're not going to go
No.
dragging him.
No. It's
You should just do like cheesy pickup lines on him for the next 8 hours, trying to seduce.
Pick some flowers from the courtyard.
Yes, like court him. Court him.
Make him a nice little lay
Bouquet.
of flowers. Happy green, whatever the fuck they call it.
Green grass.
Green grass. Yeah.
He's trying to get some green ass.
So in the meantime, so while you guys are watching this happen, it just I'm probably taking bets maybe at some point.
I think we're gonna be trying to get Donnie drunk, so he's gonna go along with it.
Yeah, how's that work on my end?
No, that's
It's initiation into the Merry Marauders, bitch.
I can't dictate this stuff. You guys have to roleplay this
All right.
together
So,
and figure this out.
can we? Do we have any idea what's in this? I'm assuming there's something in the beer that's making everyone like super cheerful, because that seems unnaturally. Everyone seems unnaturally cheerful.
Obviously, because Taz is
So
cheerfully chugging it down and having other people have sex with each other. So
That sounds pretty on character. That sounds on brand to me.
So I think Seamus
out of the
is amused by
ordinary.
this whole thing, and he's here to see it.
Like stoically just standing there. Well, Georgie comes running back out, and you see a very lovely blonde-haired woman wearing nice garb with apron on and wreath of flowers come out that you'd seen previously. On his heels, walks over, and when Georgie gets close, Sheree said, "This is Mrs. Riversword. She's very beautiful, but I told her you're even more beautiful, and she said that wasn't supposed to bother her, but I knew you had something to tell her, and I want you to tell her what you said to me." And Miss Riversword is standing behind, and just said, "Yes."
I just wanted to tell you what a great job Georgie is doing. He provided all of this for us within minutes. We saw that you were busy, and he took initiative, and he provided us with drinks and refreshments and food. And I just wanted to let you know that I paid him accordingly, and maybe he could do a little more help for you inside.
She looks down at Georgie and says, "This is why you bother me? I told you not to bother me." And I could have been told this at any time, not in the middle of the festival. And Georgie just feels like this heavy burden of shame and hangs his head.
So what's going on with Miss Riverstone? Because everyone else seems overjoyed and effusive in their just
she doesn't seem very happy.
Yeah, she's like she hasn't drank the Kool-Aid yet, apparently.
She's just standing there. She's looking at Georgie and waiting for some sort of response. She's looking at you guys, and do you have anything else to say? Did you need something else?
No, we just wanted you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He's doing well for a new hire. But
New hires can be
if you don't mind, I got a lot to do.
Are you available later this evening to maybe spend some time with us?
He looks over at
wink,
you,
wink.
and I'm not comfortable normally around people such as yourself.
Ooh, racist.
Okay, so
I shut down
what
to
do
her
I
like
roll
that.
for
To the
persuasion?
group of you, but specifically towards Donnie.
I shout down to her. We don't like him either.
Oh.
Can I buy you a beer later?
She looks you up and down. The bar's pretty high.
On point.
So then what do I need to roll for persuasion?
Persuasion. D20. What would you like to persuade?
Persuade?
Persuade.
I would like to persuade her that to ignore my ruthless comrades who are smelly and uncouth, and that in a while, when she has a time, to come and have a beer with me.
Yeah, roll charisma. So roll a d20 and add your charisma modifier.
My charisma modifier? Which one's charisma?
Charisma.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was about as smart as a remark as I can make.
Yeah, that was about it. That was about it.
So 18 plus 1?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Damn.
I think she's persuaded.
She takes a hard look at you as
And you thought it was you.
Licking our lips.
How tall? You're what? 6'7"?
6 something, yeah.
I should know these things.
She was
around.
fucking Mount Charay.
Right? Not sure for the win.
She looks at you and Sheree, and she just starts at the top and works her way to the bottom very slowly. Goes back up, stops about mid-level, keeps going all the way up.
I tried to persuade
And
Sheree to let me watch later.
She looks at you and says, "How about I buy you a beer?"
Ooh.
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
And she walks over and reaches behind her into a small pocket on her belt and grabs your hand with her other hand and places a key inside your hand and says, "My room's on the ground floor. I save the best casks of ale in my room. I'll see
I
you
bet she does.
when I close." And then turns around and walks away.
I use persuasion to
Taz.
try to get to watch this later tonight.
I'm pretty sure you have invisibility, right?
Yes, I do.
You could be Hollow Man for like 2 minutes.
Ooh, and if I attempt to run away, I get zapped.
Let's not
back
forget the Master
to
Catcher.
Right? Right?
Yep.
Yep.
Master,
What are you doing here?
is Taz playing catcher?
No, okay.
Ooh.
This is a
Usually,
long-winded
yes.
story. Hey, I told you
So
not
no,
to
I
tattle.
can deliver this one really quick. So as a punishment for prior
Ring.
crimes, a judge from the great city of Waterdeep gave a sort of a, what's the ankle thing called when you're
Wrist.
Ankle
bad?
lock.
Oh, house arrest.
House arrest, sort of like that. It's sort of like
But
house
I'm
arrest.
the house.
So he's, but in the world of Faerun, in magical terms, the judge asked Sheree if she could keep an eye and keep this wizard under wraps or within reason. Gave her a device. It's 2 bracelets. One's the master, one's the catcher. So Sheree wears the master. The catcher is worn by Taz. If he moves past 1 mile from Sheree's location, he's automatically teleported within 5 feet of her.
So he's gonna start.
It's a
fucking
magic. It's like a magic yo-yo.
Yeah, you'll see me later,
Interesting.
like just booking it out of town, doing the fastest 1-minute mile
Like
ever.
horse.
I'm escaping. I'm escaping.
Georgie looks at you and said, "Thank you, sir. I thought I was gonna be in really big trouble. I think she's happy and she's really proud of me now. I think she likes me a lot."
Okay, well, so go and work really, really hard and impress her, okay?
He said, "I'll do my very best."
Okay.
Put in a good word for our friend Cal.
So he scurries off and goes about his business. And time's passed, so it's 6, 7 o'clock now.
Are the festivities
Yeah.
going down?
No, they're steamrolling.
Oh,
Okay.
this isn't Bend. This is a festive place.
The bars don't close at midnight. The bars close at like 3. You also
So not
see
bad.
Bars here close at like 9 or 10.
Right?
same.
Well, not the bars, but
That's
most
sad.
places.
All the
down
places
south.
you actually want to go to drink, yes.
Right, of course. That's always the way it is.
Insurance.
For sure.
Hmm.
Well, I was wondering if we could meander in to have a look-see to see if we could perhaps ask other people to join us.
For sure.
Taz, what's your type?
Bang, bang.
I'm down. I think I've already stated that Taz is free for anything, I think. Ooh.
I think that sounds about right.
Including catching.
Kinky ass wizard.
So we need to find that half elf
catch.
dude to come be your catcher.
Catcher.
I prefer my my women taller. Ladylike. Well, it is.
Nice.
It is a half.
Maybe
elf.
it's
Wait.
Maybe
You
it's a
prefer
trans
women?
half elf.
Who knows? This is a wild, crazy world we live in. Especially in favor.
So, DM,
Yeah.
what would you need to roll for the happenstance of 3 lovely ladies to meander to the back patio?
Sure, he's trying to get us.
Uh,
I need to go drinking.
they meander.
Meandering out?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, ladies.
Well,
Do they
Let's say
enter from the inn or from the street?
From the inn.
from the
Wandering
inn.
out with their beers in their hands.
So
like,
you see,
you know how girls are.
Oh yeah.
Getting
They're
lost in
walking
shit.
around.
Drunk.
They're on the smoking patio. No.
Yeah. They're on the smoking patio out
Right.
there like, oh,
Oh
my
my
god,
God,
he's not
don't
good
say
enough for
that.
you, okay? You
Right.
need to leave him. Yep. Those girls.
Yeah.
I keep
Yeah.
mage
Oh, yeah,
handing
they're
down
totally those
beers
Oh my
from the
god.
loft
Oh my
to these ladies.
god.
Now
Do
he's
my
cheating on you.
right?
You just cheat on him.
You're too
Becky,
good for him.
he
You
has
just
my
need to leave him,
You're not a bad person, Stacy. They're just bad.
Right?
They're bad people.
right?
I just keep
Uh,
mage handing
so
beers
you see,
down to these ladies.
2 brunettes and a
Chloe.
redhead.
So, Taz, how have you not? I'm surprised that you guys haven't done minor illusions on yourself to make yourself seem a little more cuter.
Well, in that time, I cleaned up, you know, trimmed my beard,
You know,
Uh,
you suddenly take a
polished-
shower.
polished my quarterstaff.
I don't know if I go
Uh,
that far, but
Is that what
From
they
the
call it?
gate, you see a woman with just raven black hair enter gate side where you
Dibs.
came.
Is that all we know about her?
She's
even
black-
black hair.
Also is wearing garlands and.
Is she a 10?
Yes.
She's a
I would. So, between you got brunette, redhead, black hair.
I'm
Okay.
torn.
Brunette, fourth, brunette third, redhead second,
Dibs on the
black
redhead.
hair best in show.
Okay. So, but she's not with them. She
Wait,
just happens to
how long
meander
has
in.
passed since I
doesn't
cast
look
that
like it.
spell on Cal?
20 minutes.
20 minutes? Oh, okay. It's only been 20 minutes since I cast the spell on Cal.
Yes.
Okay,
And
good.
I'm just ineffectually really, really, really bad small talk with Donnie.
We don't have to have
Cal is
small
not
talk.
good at
Wait,
picking up
I need more. You need to feast me.
Paint the picture. Paint
What is
it.
this small talk? I gotta know. Like
Slather it
I hate
on.
you guys so much.
in your best
Eric,
Corvish.
Eric, I know that you know some one-liners, and I know for a fact you know some fucking awesome puns. So bring it, bitch.
Yeah.
I do,
What-
but most of my good one-liners are like Star Trek related.
Just
Well, not
adapt.
They're-
Adapt.
Adapt.
There's
Well, let's
stars.
pretend.
We're on a
So-
track.
Let's pretend that they
Throw
know
a
what Star
warlock
Trek
in
is.
there, you're fine.
Well, I mean, like small talk, like
Hey, make it good.
interesting weather we're having, right? This is,
I love sunlight.
oh,
Come to Faladin much?
yeah. How have you been? Oh,
I
say
see
It's
your
not so
soul.
much about the going, it's about the coming.
Oh.
So
Like, come on, man.
Donnie
It's only
starts
been-
flirting back.
it's only been
Just for shits and giggles.
Chaotic neutral, I guess, right?
God damn.
I mean, he's
But
fully
it's like-
aware of what's going on.
They're like
so-
not fully aware of what's going on. They're just like stupidly like flirting with each other.
Well, Cal, you know what's going on because you're.
So-
Quaaludes.
So-
Quaaludes.
So these women that have walked into the courtyard, are they obviously the three gals that are together? They're probably doing their own thing, right, and not paying much attention to us.
No, they're just gabbing in the corner. Yeah.
But what's with the raven?
She has a flagon of ale as she enters. She walks over to the table that Georgie had set up for you, sets her mug down, and picks up one that's on your table, and just slowly saunters over next to the gate, sipping.
I yelled
watching
down. I yelled down to her. I bought you that beer.
She looks up at you and winks, gives you a nod.
You want to come up to my loft?
She looks around. She's like, looks at you, looks
beer.
around. Wait, what?
I mage hand her another beer. Just from up in the loft, to just
You
kind of float it
cast
over
mage
to her.
hand and hand her a beer. So she's double fisting now.
Yep.
Dos manos. She looks at you. Yeah. We make this happen.
Yes. Taz rolls to get lucky. 1.
The raven-haired girl turns into an owlbear. No,
Fuck.
she doesn't.
Oh.
Wait.
Yeah.
Is
From
the
the
owl
loft,
on
you just
top
see
or at the
feathers.
bottom?
Flying here. Woo!
God damn it! If
No,
she turns
she
into a black dragon, I'm gonna be pissed.
Spits
Hey, well, good thing my
Spit
favorite enemy is
acid.
dragons.
all over you. No, she doesn't do any of those things.
She better not
Um,
spit.
So you see Georgie coming and going. He wanders back out. It comes up to you, Sheree, and do you need any more drinks or any more food? We have meat now. Do you need meat? We have several pieces of pork and chicken.
Oh yeah.
Georgie, what's wrong? You sound kind of funny.
So, I've just been really busy today.
Have you had anything to eat or drink?
Well, Miss Riverside said I'm not supposed to, but sometimes if there's some left, I do have some ale. Although I'm not quite old enough. She says I'm not old enough, but I think I'm really mature for my age.
So what do you think of the ale?
It tastes the best. This one I like the best. The one I gave you it tastes great.
What makes it so great?
Well, it has a light effervescence of citrus and
Has lovely notes of citrus and ash. Ash.
Turns out Georgie is a certified Cicerone.
He's the sommelier for
Switchified.
Yeah.
Is this an
no.
OLCC sting happening right now?
Yeah.
Moral of this story are, kids, don't drink.
Don't drink. Especially not festivals with
Especially not at
strangers.
festivals with strangers that you meet in courtyards.
So
No,
did my raven-haired lady come up to talk to me?
No, she's still finishing her drinks as you're kicking legs. And but
Maybe you should
George
try again.
says to you, well, we got these cats we got from Neverwinter just for the festival. They've been the best. We haven't been. I think it's a seasonal ale.
So where's Neverwinter?
He said, you don't know where Neverwinter is?
No, we're new here.
You came from there.
It's northwest of Faladin. Whatever, how the fuck did you say where it's from?
I'm glad we all have
Vandal.
maps. That's great. Well,
No, this is
Right,
your
that's the
this
point
is your
of getting into
backstory.
it.
This is where you met Taz.
in Neverwinter,
Hmm?
of course, it would be the coldest moment of my life.
Wait, it's
Support
never
city.
winter there,
Hey guys, I
right?
think I have a
Never.
shot with Sheree. Oh, that's a 2.
Well,
That's a 2.
But Georgie says it's like one of the biggest cities. It's not as big as Waterdeep, but it's pretty big.
Yeah. So your ale comes from there?
No, just this one. Just this one keg.
I look down at Donnie and Cal, just kind of chit-chatting at each other, thinking, what's going on with those two?
What
so Seamus sidles up to the raven-haired chick and asks her, "What's your story?"
As a spell book comes flying at his hand, at his head.
Roll for it. I can use my dexterity to
13?
evade, right?
13? Does 13 hit ya?
I don't think 13 hits him.
Fuck.
He's pretty.
I'm a fucking ranger, dude.
He's a ranger.
Dodge
14.
that shit.
14.
His AC's 15.
So I just kind of
I have his
my
AC
book
is
back.
15.
Yeah, mine's 16. That would be interesting.
No, your AC is higher than that.
18.
Princess Sheree Amune. Yeah, your AC is.
It says 16.
No, that's wrong. It's
Okay.
not right.
Okay.
Because remember we talked about your AC is because you have the plate. That's what it was. You have the plate armor now.
Right.
In which case, so while I look this up really quick, Donnie and Cal, my friends, the best cleric, you have some role playing to do.
That's later tonight for them.
Go for it.
Tell me, what's the sitch? You two have been awfully quiet. By the way, Donnie, it is now
that way.
dusk.
Ooh, you better snuggle into the light of Lightbringer.
Well,
Snuggling
the raven-haired lady never answered my question. Did she just ignore me?
I
I skillfully dodged Taz's spellbook.
That's true.
And,
yes.
She seems impressed.
God damn it.
She looks at you, Seamus. Says, I'm just in town for the festival, just for one night.
I'm sensing a suggested
Where are you visiting from?
Well, I've traveled up here from Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate. Where's that?
It's pretty far to the south. You shut up. I don't need your help.
I'm just being a smartass.
What's,
18, Sheree. Your AC is 18.
What? Can you tell us? Will, can you tell us more about this raven-haired woman? What does she look like?
Ivory skin, like marble skin, like very strong, striking features.
Does her name happen to be Narble?
No. Nope.
He's trying to get those.
Hold on one sec. This one is.
Where's the armor class?
Do you know anything about marbles? Does that ring a bell? He just starts asking everyone.
Sure, I get hit with
actually,
a quarterstaff.
Her name is Abigail. She tells you her name. Abigail. Yep.
Exotic.
So you traveled all this way from Baldur's Gate just for this festival?
Well, it is known in these parts, and I'm not a fan of how it's celebrated and where I'm from.
Well, what's your beef with this festival?
Well, here it's actually a festival. Where I'm from, it really looks down on those that are less fortunate than others.
So she's into.
Can you tell me a little bit more about this festival and what they're celebrating?
She says, where I'm from, in Baldur's Gate, this is really a festival for the rich. And it is, they use this as an opportunity to glad hand each other and show off their wealth while giving meager scraps to the less fortunate in the city. Here, they actually celebrate together as one. And I would rather have that than be around people that look down on others.
I yelled down that I'm
So
a
you basically
hermit and
decided
that
to
she
get
should
out
come
of town
celebrate
and
with me.
celebrate festival with more like-minded folks.
Yeah. And Taz, what'd you say?
I said, I yelled down that I'm a hermit and that she should come celebrate with me.
She takes a
Alms
drink
for the
full.
poor.
Yeah, she's gonna need more ale than that.
Right.
A mage hand or a third.
How many times do you cast Mage Hand?
It's cantrip.
Burning spell slots. It is?
Yep.
Huh.
She tries to grasp it, so she's just going like this now. She has all three.
I'm actually just mage handing beers out to random people.
So you see beers. So
Just floating through the air.
I don't know if you're familiar with Mage Hand. So picture a blue ethereal hand coming from Taz and like
And
Mr. Fantastic, the
I
Fantastic
will be
Four,
sending
and
the
grab things
barkeep a
and
bill
pass
later.
them around.
Mr. Fantastic indeed.
You heard stories.
But we have, this part of this adventure is all about the love, and we have some loving to do between a half demon and a dwarf. It's the magic hour.
Can I help you?
But let me tell you, the sun has gone down.
Oh man, so Donnie starts freaking out.
Panic time, Donnie.
It's dusk.
Yeah, you ever have sex with
Or
a screamer?
Yep.
Can
So
I
we
cast
gracefully
suggestion?
It'll be a
start
loud night.
shoving beer down Donnie's throat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Get
all
him
this
to
magic
calm down.
beer.
Can I use suggestion onto Donnie to calm him down so he stops screaming and killing the buzz?
Magic
I'll put like a
doesn't work.
pillow over my head.
Okay.
So isn't it only supposed to last till sundown?
24 hours.
Hey, Seamus, can I borrow about a foot's length of rope so I can gag him?
Well, would you like hempen or silk?
He seems like the silk kind of guy.
No, we're saving the silk and rope. You can
Yes.
take the hempen rope.
Ooh.
Don't you have hempen rope, Taz?
Oh yeah, I do.
Dude, yeah.
Can
But Donnie, how do you react? I mean, so sun goes down, dwarf flirting with you.
is Lightbringer still shining?
My world is pretty dark right now. I'm just letting you know. Things are not looking good for me. Soulless, questioning my sexuality, lack of friends. This is pretty dark times.
Don't worry, man. I'm always your friend.
Cthulhu not answering your prayers.
Yeah. Never answers the phone. I'm like, come on, call me back.
I whispered down to him, I think Cthulhu's cheating on you. Maybe you should cheat
Call
on
me,
him.
maybe.
You
Call me
know,
maybe, baby.
I imagine my throat would be getting pretty tired from all the screaming.
So you start screaming.
Yeah,
from the sun not being
I'm
present
freaking
anymore?
the fuck out actually,
Okay.
and I'm not sure if you. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it's gonna make it kind of difficult for Cal to get anything going on with the
I wish I
screamer.
was level 7 so I could cast silence on Donnie.
Magic just
Oh, that's
like
right. Magic doesn't
water, just like water on wax, just
work. Never mind.
right off
Yeah.
of him.
Well, I'm
so
not even
are
level
you-
7, so it doesn't matter.
So when the sun goes down and you start screaming, Donnie, what is it like? Just a constant like I mean,
Well, I feel
what?
like Cal needs to cast his whatever thing to make some light. 'cause he's still trying to
need
make
light.
love with Donnie, right?
I need the light is what I'm struggling with.
Donnie needs a nightlight.
I need a nightlight.
I've got torches in my backpack. We could fucking
So,
set
I'm gonna
up a nice
start
little
going up to all
romantic
the
courtyard. Does it
Well,
does it have to be sunlight or does it? Can
It
it be
says
artificial?
sunlight. It
Oh, okay.
says sunlight. Somebody's got a magic hammer.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that
someone needs
magic
to knock
hammer,
me the
Cal.
fuck out.
Not
That
that
race
kind of
is
thing.
radiant. It's not sunlight.
Might work.
It's magic. Also, like, Cal
How does
is
that work?
so one-sided because of the suggestion. I'm not phased. Cal's just like,
Oh my god,
Okay,
he's
that's
so
interesting.
beautiful.
I love the sound of your voice.
Oh my god.
Ones to grab onto.
Cal to himself is like, this is working really well. Oh
Yeah,
my
like
god.
my tactics don't change. It's just I stop asking questions because the only answer I get back is ah, ah, ah.
Yeah.
What sound do you want to make tonight, Donnie?
I think this whole lack of light is actually playing to my advantage tonight. This is a good thing.
Do you do anything?
Georgie starts going around.
I'm just gonna be running around in circles around the bar.
Lanterns.
Running in
Nice.
circles.
Thank you, Georgie.
You're very welcome. Yeah, I mean, so being without sunlight, you probably would at this point start trying to seek out some other light.
Mhm.
So Georgie does go around, light some small lanterns that are hanging off of the iron bars that are inside the wooden fence. You can stay out there. It's brighter inside. You can definitely make your way in there as well. It's fairly bright in the loft as well. There's lanterns and candles.
A mage lighting shit on fire.
I'm gonna make my way inside and take a seat towards the back of the bar, underneath some light, and just breathe heavily and look manically to my left, and then to my right, and then back to my left, and then again to my right.
I think Cal would probably follow you and join you and try to purchase you something to drink.
Lots of somethings to drink.
I don't want a damn drink. I want some sunlight.
I mage hand a torch into him, and then I mage hand
Into
another
him.
beer into the
So-
building where he's at.
So you have a burning torch in one hand.
Yep. Just floating.
Thing of ale in another. Cal walks in behind you, takes a seat next to you at the bar. So just visually, you see this dwarf walk in carrying this heavy warhammer with this emblazoned sun on it.
Mm-hmm.
Slams it down, and then sort of does a number to physically climb up onto the shelf, and then starts scooching in, and then scooching over towards you.
I yell down to Cal as he's entering the building. Maybe a kiss will break the spell.
That's funny. So I lean over to Cal and I ask him, "Will you find my light?" I need some light.
The best part is they're gonna go in for a kiss, and I'm just gonna take the spell off of them, so they're like that awkward.
Like light on Donnie, so he glows.
Mm-hmm.
You're glowing, my
So you immediately begin to glow.
Okay. Wait. So who's glowing?
You are
I am.
Mhm.
Oh.
You wanted the
You-
sun.
bathed in light.
Ah. Yeah, I feel pretty tranquil right now. Then, this is good.
pretty relaxed, pretty subdued.
Yeah. So.
One would say loosened up.
You ready for that beer now?
I guess I'm ready for a beer.
Okay, start tipping back. You see Georgie come around the bar, slides a small footstool over opposite side of you, and steps up on it. Would you like me to get you anything?
I don't mind half demons. My boss, she doesn't like it, but I really like half demons because I think you have really cool horns. And I sometimes wish that I had a tail.
Hmm.
Dude,
You don't want
all
no
the
tail.
kinky shit he could do with the tail.
Georgie. You know what? You could do me a huge favor, Georgie. Do you happen to have any sleep aids? Or something that would help a friend of mine get some quality sleep?
So, but well, what do you want? I mean, I
lean
know,
over
I know,
and I whisper
I
into
haven't.
his ear if they has any
Sedative
nightshade
properties.
or any
Milk of the poppy.
milk of the poppy. Ooh, that's a good one.
Georgie, so you whisper in his ear.
Yes, so that
he reaches up and grabs you by your head, and he whispers like he starts whispering back into your ear, and he's doing this over the bar. So he's just
Georgie?
Wait, is there a bar in the
yeah,
barn?
Georgie. No, they're in the inn.
They're
Oh,
inside.
they're in the inn. Okay,
They're
sorry, I
in the
missed
inn.
that.
And looks to you, or he grabs your head, and he really close, starts whispering in your ear. He said, "Well, I haven't worked here very long, but I know a lot of people. I met a lot of important people around town. I think I can get you something like that."
Tell him. So I tell him if he can do with due haste, there'll be a few gold pieces in it for him, and when he does return, to mix this concoction to the best of his knowledge into one of the beers and bring it over for my friend Cal here.
He looks. He says, If I do this, will you tell Mrs. Riversworth that I did a really good job?"
Oh, you're damn right I will.
Wow,
Out the door.
The tables have turned.
Run out the door.
Meanwhile, Seamus is still talking to the raven-haired girl.
Absolutely.
And,
she finishes the 3 flasks of ale and looks at you, Seamus, and says, I gotta go see this guy about a drink. It's nice talking to you, though. And she walks over towards the barn. Yep. Looks up at you, Taz, and just smiles plainly.
I just motion
You
down
see
to
her
her.
walking in underneath. Works her way up. Walks over to you. Says, thanks for the drinks.
You're welcome. You care to have a sit? You can see the stars.
I'd love to.
So I can help to overhear your conversation down there with my human friend.
Yeah. We had a quick chat.
Yeah. Cool.
She says, so what brings you here?
Is Joshua still in the room?
Yeah.
Of course.
Fucking asshole. Always
He's
cock
sitting,
blocking.
so Joshua's just sitting on the cot. He's just has his robes clutched up like this.
Well, we're
just
adventurers. We're trying to retrieve our warlock's lost soul.
Sure you are.
He lost his,
Right?
he lost his soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some little bard stole his soul. Ugly little fella.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Ghastly looks.
Talks with a huge lisp.
Yeah.
Said,
The disgusting guy.
She she says, I wouldn't mind another drink.
I immediately mage hand another beer from the table.
Whips right up to her. She just catches it. She says, I can use that.
You'll be amazed what I can do with this mage hand.
What is... Got me. What's your passive perception again?
12.
12, yeah. You see, well, out of the corner of your eye, you see Joshua just kind of slowly just sink over and thunk, lays down sideways on his cot. Looks to be asleep.
Yay!
Yay.
And this raven-haired woman looks at you and says, "Have you ever been to the town of Fandle?"
Oh, fuck. No, I have not. Please tell me about it.
Says, "Well, you kind of match a description of someone that I've heard of that's from there." She says,
Is this the raven-haired girl talking?
"Yeah,
Abigail?
yeah, Abigail, talking to Taz. They're both sitting up in the loft, well out of audible range." Yeah.
So, Fandolin? I got this. I know where
says-
this is going.
She says,
I do
"You
have
didn't
many
mention your name."
friends. I do have many friends in Fandolin.
She says, "Well, maybe we have a mutual friend."
Does this mutual friend's name start with an H?
It does.
It does. Halia?
And yes, and I was sent here because she had not heard from you for a very long time. And she attended a trial where she went to help you, but you never sought out her aid.
Bitches from the past. God damn it.
And and I'm here to see if you've completed your task.
I have completed my task, Abigail.
Really?
Yes.
Where's the phone?
I have it in my pack.
Give it to me.
I would love to give it to you.
She holds out her hand.
I slowly unzip my pants. oh, sorry. I slowly unzip my pack and hand her the comb.
Okay, take it. She hands you a coin. Single gold coin.
An iron coin with a very... Wow, fuck, I can't remember the saying from Game of Thrones.
Oh,
saying's
yeah.
Yeah.
So, gold coin. It's not.
It's not a spended coin.
It's not. It's a little bit bigger than the currency of the realm, so to speak. It has a black dragon facing downwards that's attempting to engulf a sun on both sides.
She's very composed for having had like 4 beers already.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's going after the fucking hobo wizard.
Meanwhile, Donnie,
That's
you
me.
see a very excited young man.
I do,
running,
huh?
And he, again, runs around behind the bar, climbs back up on the block, reaches over the bar, grabs your head really close, and he's about, like, you can feel his lips brushing up against your pointed demonic ears. He says, "I got that stuff that you wanted me to get."
Can I trust you?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Wake up,
I'm
Eric.
the best. I'm very trustworthy.
Okay. What? Well, it appears that
Pulls
your
out
mother is a bit. Oh,
He
go
pulls
ahead.
out this ampule of white milky liquid. Goes, "Shut up." Takes it,
Ah.
pulls a mug from beneath the bar, fills it full of ale, and you see him turn around and dump it in, stirs it up. And Cal, while you're still trying to give pickup lines to Donnie, Georgie delivers this ale in front of you, takes your mug away, and looks at you and says,
I got you a fresh one. I had to go really far, but this is the best beer that we've ever had. And puts a fresh flagon of ale in front of you.
Enjoy.
Cal.
Oh, and Georgie, I'll be talking with your mother a little bit later. I think
Bottoms
she's a bit
up.
busy at the moment.
Wink. Cal, do you drink?
I don't see a sense motive. I think that's a 3.5 thing.
That's a 3.5 thing, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, as far as you can tell, because you're sort of overcome by the spell,
Right.
is
Yeah.
that he just handed you a fresh cup. Fresh
Cool.
pint.
I'll drink it.
Compliments of Donnie, right?
Compliments of Donnie. So
he
you
wants to
probably...
impress Donnie.
Right, and he says, "This is from the gentleman next to you with the horns."
Yeah.
Those sexy horns.
to-
Those sexy, sexy horns.
To the beginning of something beautiful.
Does Cal start stroking the horns?
I don't know. What does Cal do?
This is going to be a rare. You're not going to, in the world of Dungeons and Dragons, see this roll. Cal, give me a Constitution roll, please. You see your Constitution modifier.
Yeah. To see whether it takes effect, huh?
Mm-hmm. What was it?
6. I'm gonna fucking murder.
You suck this. Normally, a dwarven constitution is, I mean, you're racially known for being great
Right.
consumers of ale and spirits. This one bites and digs in hard. You
So does
faceplant
Donnie.
onto the bar. Immediately. Like, drink, slam, done.
God, I hope we don't have combat because our cleric's
Uh,
down.
You're then will now be unconscious for 3 hours. So you're down and out for the count. Donnie, Georgie looks at you and goes, "I told you I was the best at this."
What a good boy. What a good boy. Can you help me
Hey, don't
prop him
forget
up
you
in the
promised
corner
him some
here,
GP
like we can
for
at
that.
Bernie's? And we'll make him look like he's just passed out.
He said, "Do you want to put him on a couch? I
No,
can
that's
have those
too good
guys
for
move.
him.
Do you want to put him in a corner?" I can-
No, he can just sit here next to me. We'll just pretend like we're having conversation. Just sit him up here next to me.
So Georgie hops down off of his stool, runs around the bar. It sits on the opposite side of Cal. Cal, you're unconscious, but he grabs you by the back of your neck and is now propping you up. And he's mimicking conversation with you, and he will grabs it with your hair in his hand. Nods yes and no. Your head.
God, I wish I wasn't in the barn to see this shit.
Meanwhile,
Has
so
Charlotte
after
gone
about
to
30
the,
minutes of that happening, Georgie hops down, runs outside. Sheree and says, "Miss Riverside said that I'm supposed to come get you right now."
Okay, and what does she want with me?
She said that she gave you a key and that you really need to go right now.
Oh.
Okay. Tell her I'll be right there.
lesbian love, man
Uh,
love? It's all going down tonight on
You said your passive perception was 12 or 11? What was it, Taz?
minus 12.
Okay. Yeah. And what, Seamus, in relation to everything going on around you, so you got the raven-haired gal went up to Taz. They're sitting on the top entry or top doors that are open in the barn talking. You still have those 3 gals that are outside. Georgie runs out and tells Sheree to go inside. You know that Donnie and Cal are inside. Where are you?
I guess I'm still hanging out by the entrance to the
the
courtyard
gate?
from the outside. Yeah,
Okay.
just drinking beer.
What is your passive perception?
14.
14, you say? You, as Georgie comes out and talks to Sheree, and Sheree, you go inside. You start making your way up towards the end.
By the way, I have not had any alcohol whatsoever. I've not been drinking. Just
That's
letting you
true.
know.
So you haven't drank. Everybody else has drank. Okay.
I think I'm just milking this first flagon of ale.
Okay. Slow sipping. Baby bottle in it.
Yeah, I've been drinking a little, but I've been mostly handing beers out.
You've probably been chugging.
That's me.
Mage hand. When Sheree leaves and enters the inn, Seamus, you see Georgie's composure sort of shrug and slump over to one side. And you see his eyes roll back up into his head. So at this point, you can just see the whites of Georgie's eyes. And he begins to walk over to you, Seamus.
Creepy.
Yeah, that is creepy.
Am I seeing this from
he's just walking over to me?
Yes. Donnie, Taz, you have no idea because you're still talking to Abigail.
So I'm just, I think I'm just gonna watch him walk over and try and, I'm like puzzled because I don't know what's going on.
Okay. As he gets within 5 feet of you, you see him reach behind him and pull out a dagger.
All right. And is he?
So he kind of held
basically,
action
I'll
there,
jump.
right?
Yeah. Wait, what?
Roll initiative. So roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier.
16 plus 3.
19. I rolled a 3. So he whips out this dagger and starts to lunge at you.
All right. Well, I use my acrobatics to dodge. Or how does that work?
You're up first. So
I'm up first.
Yep. So you have initiative. So due to your dexterity, you move first. But we will pick up this pace not next week. In 2 weeks from now,
Why not next
Seamus, Redbeard, you will tell us what you do to young Georgie, the innocent barkeep and language translator for the Frost Touch Frogs. You will let us know what you do to this young man who is now attacking you. Not next week, because we have a charity event that we're doing for Roll20 where we will be doing a one-off adventure that Kyle has kindly been prepping for. And the week after, we will find out if Seamus mutilates this young man or not.
Awesome.
I feel like hopefully he might question him or see if maybe there's magic at hand.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. That
I did not suggest anything this time.
Brad, not it.
Not it.
Not it.
Not it.
What are we doing?